joining us?
Welcome back, everybody, to Sunder. That's typically the intro I give for Curse of Strahd, but I did it for today's thing because I did. But welcome everybody to Arcane Arcade. This is our live game of D&D that we're gonna play for you. Not for you, it's for us. We're just recording it.
So it's for you too.
We are missing Olivia and Grace for the moment. Grace will not be here today, so I will be playing Curia. She might show up at 11 p.m.
Yeah, that's what she said.
We'll see, but
until then, we have no grace.
Oh,
we are graceless.
Nice.
She's
nice.
gonna hate you for that.
Hey, can you turn off the light?
I'll turn it off, but I want to get.
And Olivia will be here later. So yeah.
She's in traffic right now.
She's in traffic. She's on her way here. But welcome to the game, guys.
Hey.
Huh. Hi.
Thanks.
Welcome to the game. We definitely haven't been sitting here arguing about Star Wars for like 15 minutes. Because that new trailer dropped today and we all decided to talk about it. Anyways, I don't know. Do you guys have anything to say?
It's cold in here.
Yeah, it feels great.
It feels really nice and
Feels
cool.
Outside, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wear my...
You're wrong.
I love you. I
don't want to be cold.
I don't have anything for this intro, guys. I'm just rawing it here.
You do that.
Let's just sit in silence.
Or we can start the game.
No, let's just sit in silence.
Cameras in frame.
Shut up! Oh my god. Yeah, I know the camera's in frame. It's Mario Sack who's talking about it.
My mic's in frame too.
Yeah, I don't care. I like them in
my
frame.
personal mic
Shut up.
because I'm
Have no
driving.
style. Have no grace. This stream has a funny face. Thanks, Mario Sack. That's pretty funny. Oh, hey, look. I have this for us. Is this your free $2 from YouTube Red?
Yeah.
Nice! Good job, buddy. Thank you. Amazing.
No, I'm not
Uh,
sending money to you
it's-
people.
Weirdly, exactly $1.99.
$1.99.
Perfect. So,
That's why we have all the 99 donations recently.
Shell out.
yes, because YouTube gave everybody who has YouTube Red like a free super chat donation. It's like $2, so it's pretty cool.
So it's $1.99.
What's up, Micah? I see you in the chat. Are you gonna lay down
Yep.
a bunch of puns because
No.
I really want to know when you're gonna run out.
He just said the message that you saw says I'm out of D&D jokes,
Oh no!
but I converted some Chuck Norris jokes for you.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
We
All
go
right.
back in time by 10 years.
That's a good start. It's a pretty
Zephyr
good
once
start.
pulled out a single hair from his beard and skewered 3 men through the heart with it. That's probably accurate. Honestly.
Can I divine smite with it?
Divine smite with your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
It's a
yes,
melee
it's
weapon.
definitely accurate.
80 damage.
Crit with hair.
Yeah, crit with hair. I'll pull up. There we go. Nope. There we go. Does anybody have inspirations?
Yes.
Yes.
Nope.
None? Alright, who's got inspirations?
I have one.
You
Wait,
have
I
one.
have 2 inspiration.
Okay.
Did I use them last game? No, I did not use them last game. They're in my description.
So you have 2?
Let me check.
Just for everybody who
Yes,
doesn't
2
know,
inspiration.
I play Inspiration a homebrew way where we've got these cards, and the players get cards via Inspiration, and each card has a number on them, like a deck of cards does. And when they flip it over, they get this bonus to their dice roll. So
Aces are automatic crits, and face cards are 10s.
So and they don't get to know it until they use the Inspiration. So it's kind of fun. You have 2,
Yes.
and you have 2, Zephyr.
1.
1. All right. Make sure you're keeping track of those.
Yep.
All right. Last we left off, do a big recap from last time.
Really big recap.
A really big recap. The party is a group of adventurers in the land of Sunder. That's the name of the land, and that's where they are. They're a group called the Wanted Wanderers because they wander and they're wanted.
He's going far back.
Yes.
Yeah, very far back. You guys have traveled all around Sunder doing lots of different adventures, but eventually the resurgence of devils have come into the material plane. There was a war a long time ago, 10 or so years ago, that Zephyr, your character, fought in. And it seems that the devils are returning back to the material plane to take it over. Not necessarily knowing their entire reasoning, but they are destroying cities and wreaking havoc. So you guys are like, hey, we should put a stop to that. So in order to do so, there are these weapons made of this meteorite stone known as, by the dwarves as Korathor, or to all of you, it's just called Ichor, the Ichor stones. It's a meteor that fell onto Sunder a long time ago, and there are apparently weapons that are made out of this stone. And these weapons could help you defeat the devils. So there's a giant vault of them located somewhere. You have no idea where they are, but a archdevil named Locke, or as you now know, Moloch, knew that the map to this vault was on his previous plane of hell. Where he once ruled. He had been banished from the Nine Hells for some reason. You're not entirely sure why. And, he did tell you it was because he planned on overthrowing Asmodeus, and Asmodeus went fuck you and smited him out of the Nine Hells. So with your help, you guys spent about 10 games moving through the Nine Hells, going all the way from Avernus to Dis, and doing a battle royale, to going into the swampy, awful places of Minaros, to the pineapple fights of Phlegethos. That was weird. But eventually you guys made it to Malbolge, his previous plane, and you fought Glossia, the daughter of Asmodeus himself, and you killed her. And retook the plane for yourselves and for Moloch. I know your camera is freaking out right now.
Yes.
I'm going to try to fix it. Give me 1 second. Boop. Boop.
Our camera's freaking out.
No.
Not yours, the other one. Hang on, I'm actually going to unplug this one. I have to do all the technical things myself. I will do it in a second. But you guys killed Glossia, retook the plane over. Moloch gained all of his power back. No longer an imp or a bone devil. He is now in his archdevil form, and he let you guys leave, gave you the map, and sent you on your merry way. And as you came out of the portals, you appeared in Arygia, Olivier's old kingdom and home, the place that she ran away from, and you guys discovered that it had been 50 years since you had been in the... No, is it 30?
20. 20 years.
20 years since... that's right, I don't know why I keep thinking 50. It's a 50-year jump, that's it.
Yes.
20 years in the future than when you had entered the portal. Neelix, in a fit of anger and rage, ran away from the party, because all he cared about was his family, and knowing that they may be gone, grown up, dead, who knows, he went off to try to find them. The party went into a tavern, and Kyria's patron came down out of the ether and granted him a device that you guys attempted to use, and it shot you back 30 years into the past, or 50 years in the past from the 20 in the future, making it 30 past your typical time from when you had entered the portals. So you've got this magical device of jumping in between time from those two specific points, and we last left off with Neelix riding off into the forest, into the darkness. Another point of order I need to talk about is that when you came out of the portal to hell, all of Arygia had been covered in like this darkness at night, and it seemed magical and evil and unsure of what it could be. But you learned from one of the guards that these like shadow things haunt the night, and you discovered that Zariel had also taken over most of the known world, and Arygia and the Queen of Arygia had made a pact with Zariel in order to do something with you. You guys aren't entirely sure on the details there. But Neelix still ran off into the darkness and was stopped along his ride by his horse getting a bit spooked by a gigantic creature that stood in your path. Neelix, you are in the middle of this dark, creepy forest, and you are sitting on the horse as the horse is kind of just like just standing there, hitting its hooves towards the ground, trying to move, but it's you're just kind of standing, holding it still as you kind of stand there, sit there on the horse, frozen, as this giant thing towers over you, nearly 20 feet tall. Massive horns coming off the top of its body. It's got this obsidian dark skin along with these glowing blue eyes that look like they kind of swirl with like this magical essence inside of them. It just stares down at you with these long claws, complete silence.
Oh, crap.
Is my horse still freaking out?
Yeah, it's like it's like trying to move, but it's following your commands.
I would rear back the horse and try to go back, like, go the other direction.
Okay. As you begin to rear back the horse,
You die.
you die instantly. And you're done.
Roll the new character.
As Jacob flips through the monster manual, the way too accurate Micah quote today is the wanted wanderers have a deep and abiding respect for human life, unless it gets in their way.
Yes. Respect for human life. Yes.
Totally.
Totally.
You rear the horse back, and as you begin to move, you suddenly look down towards the ground, and there's this like dark mist kind of moving off of the creature's legs and past the horse, kind of almost like dry ice, just kind of moving down and enveloping the ground around you. And as you do, the horse just and you watch as it begins to climb up the legs of the horse, and the horse, what?
I'm casting a spell.
What are you casting?
I'm going to cast haste on the horse.
Okay.
So I can go run faster.
I need the horse to make a Constitution saving throw, which I will roll for the horse.
Oh, okay.
The horse gets a nat 1.
Oh no!
Did I already cast the spell?
No. You're about to
Okay.
cast it, but the spell finds no target as the horse takes 15 necrotic damage and falls onto the ground. You kind of roll onto the ground as well, and it just kind of is enveloped by the shadow and completely turns into
Jeez.
darkness as it just...
He's turning himself right.
I'm going to haste myself.
You're going to cast haste on yourself?
Yeah.
It starts to point its finger at you.
And run!
And you disappear in the forest, and you don't even look behind you as it just kind of disappears between the trees, and you just begin to run through the forest. How long do you run?
We haven't leveled up yet, right?
Officially
Not,
Technically
you have
not.
not officially leveled up yet.
Okay.
When they've long rested, so they have. You have not yet.
we have not long rested.
Never mind.
It hasn't happened timeline-wise yet.
We did level up last game, but that was just for the sake of the story. So, but they'll level up as soon as you guys long rest.
The spell only lasts for a minute.
Okay.
So
You're just zipping past trees. You eventually run through a puddle at one
I'm
point.
going to run back the direction I came.
Okay. You run. You're much faster than you were going on the horse. As you move and you move and you move, you run for a minute. It feels like an hour. Like it feels so long to run through this forest, pushing past trees and brush, and eventually finding the path once again and moving through the path, and then eventually breaking out through the forest and seeing the lights of the village. The haste immediately wears off, and you just kind of sit at the edge of the forest, on your hands and knees, exhausted. And you immediately pull the arrows out and point towards the forest.
And I'm pointing towards the forest and I'm backing up towards
Okay.
the village.
Back up towards the village. Back up towards the village. You just see that smoke begin to kind of just spill out of the forest just underneath it, kind of just creeping towards you in this darkness that you can't see past as you slowly make your way back towards the village, keeping an eye out for anything.
Did the smoke envelop the horse and then like make it just disappear, or did it just turn the horse
It
into
turned
like a black?
the horse completely black. You have no idea what happened after that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep backing up,
All right.
and I'm just looking around to see if there's anything I can like go into. Go in. Look, is the village nearby?
Yeah, the village is right next to you, and it doesn't seem like the shadows are moving any closer. They stay at the edge of the forest. They don't get any further as you move back and back and back, and eventually the kind of soft glow of the orange torchlights that come from the buildings of the village kind of hit the back of your fur as well, and you're kind of in the perimeter.
And I can see the mist like right out there. Like
Yeah, it's maybe 200 feet away from the village.
I'm looking to see if I can see the black figure coming out anywhere.
Funny.
How was that? And I'll walk back into the village.
Right.
Put my bow away, put my arrow away.
Cut back to the rest of the party. You guys are in the tavern,
Casting identify.
and you're casting Identify on what?
The time reversey thingy thing.
You take it from Kyria? Kyria give it to you?
Let me.
All right.
That's how we
And you're doing it in your room alone or with the rest of the party?
I assume out with everyone else.
You're kind of in the tavern room. It's about maybe 10, 11 p.m. at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You just begin to cast Identify on it. Casting as a ritual.
Yes.
All right. It takes 10 minutes, right?
11.
11 minutes.
Think.
For about 11 minutes, you cast it on this thing. It's
1100.
not any magic that you understand. which is really weird. Almost all magic can be broken down into the 8 categories. Are there 8 of them? I think there's 8.
Sure.
Yeah, there's 8. There are the 8 different categories of magic, but this one not even remotely matches any of those. It's not even divination. It is nothing. It is outside of it and completely incomprehensible to you. It's a foreign object. However, magically, you gain kind of the instructions and code in which it works through the weave, and it's almost like it tears through the weave itself to work this time-shifting magic that seems to be set in place. It's a set of code, like magic code, put into this device. Whenever you touch the middle of it, anybody touches that middle of it, any creatures that they designate will shift forward in through this wormhole.
Alright.
You know, the specifics of it is that it can always be used. It takes about an action to use it, and you have to designate the people that you want to come with you, and it seems to have a radius about 30 feet.
Alright. Neat. Thank you.
Yep. Are you guys doing anything else?
Should
I'm
we
gonna-
try to find him?
They said it's not safe to travel at night, but it doesn't hurt to try, I guess.
That's why I'm asking. It's because it's not safe.
He would be long gone by now, though.
Yeah. Or
Where are you
maybe
headed?
not.
You saw how fast it was taken off. He's either
not.
hunted and dead, or
Or they didn't let him leave.
Probably back to the tavern.
Okay.
I mean, it's days before I'd even get to the wall to get out.
Yeah.
If there is a wall. Olivier always says there was.
No, there's not a wall. At least I know there's not a wall. They have ways of knowing that people come into the country. But there's no wall.
Right.
Unless they built one. I'm not sure.
They've had 30 years to make one, I guess.
There wasn't a wall when I left. I don't think I would have been able to get out.
I'm gonna go to bed. We can look for him in the morning.
Tavern door opens. You see a very exhausted, panicked-looking Neelix step in.
I'm gonna go to a table.
Walks over to a table.
Is there a server lady or whatever?
No, she's not in here at this time.
I'll go over to him and I'll pull out the bottle that I stole from him originally. And I'll set it down.
When did you steal one of my bottles?
When you stole the alcohol
we were
from
in
the
hell.
I thought I put all
tavern,
those in the mansion.
did you say that we could have them? And then maybe I didn't steal it.
Yeah, I just put them all in the mansion.
The
Because it doesn't
bottle
matter.
that I
you just-
rightfully took.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You're sorry, you put it on the table?
Mhm.
Neelix wouldn't look at you, just grab it. Have a swig.
It's still the devil alcohol. It's spicy and very tasteless and just kind of hurts. But it gets you drunk.
All the good stuff is in the mansion, and I can't get in there today. Maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna go up to my room.
Okay. Vincent heads up the stairs.
Neelix is gonna throw down some gold on the table.
Okay.
Food! Just yell it out.
Just yell food.
Think she's gone to bed for the night.
Are you guys down here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're in the tap room, and they're sitting. They were all kind of sitting at a table. Olivia and Kiri are also down here, so the entire party is in the tap room.
Got it. Sorry, I
Sorry.
thought you guys were in the room.
No,
I
it's
just
okay.
thought you
Yeah,
said
no,
it.
Would
we're
you
just
have changed
like,
what you have done?
Probably.
Oh, no, it's fine. If you want to go, I didn't explain it properly.
Yeah, Neelix would just walk straight in. We'll probably walk past them and sit at wherever the bar's at.
That's fine. That's where
Yeah.
you're sitting. Yeah, there's just a few small bits of candlelight illuminating the room. It's very dim light in here.
Is there a bartender at the
No, she's not
counter?
there.
Oh, okay.
It's like close to midnight.
Yeah, that was the point of Zephyr calling out when you said food. Like, just
Well,
find out
he wouldn't
food
have.
tonight.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, different situation now.
Probably wouldn't have called out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he would just drink that drink and then walk behind the bar and see if he can find any food behind the bar.
Yeah, you go over there. You find some bread.
He's just gonna grab it. He's gonna sit at the bar. And he's like on the bartender side, and he's just sitting there eating the bread.
It is old, stale bread, but it's bread.
I'll go over there.
Alright.
I'll sit down opposite of Neelix.
Okay.
Curious patron gave her an item. Helen. Let's just go back in time.
Who?
Curious patron. He said a unicorn, I think. Do you have that? Is Curious still down here?
Mhm.
Curious leave. Can you show it to him? I'm not going to use it.
Vincent has it.
Oh, Vincent kept it. Vincent can show you in the morning. But we can go back too far. We can go back 50 years. This means that until we figure out whatever's going on here in Arygia, I think we're stuck. But I think we can get back to our regular time. We just need to figure out what's going on here.
Isn't that a trip?
Your family's not lost yet. Neither are you. I'll go up to my room.
You have to take the bread and the bottle and just
Okay.
go up to find a room.
But before you go up the stairs, I wanted to call after you. I know exactly how you feel.
I really doubt that.
I have people I care about too. And according to Dis, they are being killed as well.
And what are you doing about it?
Staying calm so I can get through this alive.
I'm still alive, aren't I?
You look like you saw death in the face.
There's some messed up crap out there. Only makes me more worried about my family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do about it? 'Cause I
I'm
know
trying to
you
do
did.
something about it, not just sit around and tell her.
Why don't we try to go tomorrow? Why don't we try to leave this place? This is Kyria.
That's my thought as well.
Why don't we try to see if we can get out of here? We can go find out. I have a duty to attend to, and if you want to leave, then you can leave. I'm going to stay here. I think Olivier will too. She nods. My patron gave me this for a reason. There's something I have to do here. I'm not entirely sure, but I have a responsibility. I understand you have a responsibility as well. And if you have to go seek out that responsibility, then I'll let you do it.
No
None
matter
of us
what,
are stopping you.
no matter what, we're stuck either too far ahead or too far back. That's how I'm seeing it. The only way to go is forward.
Why can't we just go back and let me save my family?
You want to go back to when your family?
Honestly, we could try. We don't even really know either.
Yeah. It seems like if we go too far back, when some of us are kids.
This is probably before I met my wife then.
I don't know exactly how much, but
Olivier pushes the chair away and she kind of stands up and she says,
for living.
you know, we did just defeat like an archdevil. And I think it would be really great if we all got some rest. It might clear our heads. I'm tired. And I want to save my people. But I'm really tired. And she just walks over the stairs and she steps up. And Curie says, yeah, me too. He also stands up and he walks over the stairs and he begins to walk up as well. And you two are just kind of alone.
I don't mean to piss on your parade. It's just getting really obnoxious. Being kept from my family, and I feel like every time I get closer, I get further separated.
I feel the same way.
And now that I'm back,
The only reason why I'm up on the surface is because of things that are happening. I'm trying to learn what's happening and how to either prevent it or stop it from getting worse.
I don't really care about the rest of the world. I care about whether my family is alive or dead. Not really a lot of worth in saving the whole world if I have no one to spend it with. And if all that matters to me is gone. Huh?
She'll actually pull out. Remember the box that she pulled out earlier in the cave?
Yeah.
She'll put it onto the table.
Nice little box.
She'll open it, and inside is a ring.
It's a pretty ring.
It's made of mother of pearl with pearls inside it and sapphire on it. Push it in there. I do it.
Grab it and look at it. It's a pretty ring.
Can you speak Elvish or read Elvish?
I can.
and I'm assuming with your passive perception easy enough, you're able to see on the inside it says, "For my pearl land." I know how you feel, and I have lost those people. A person. The
Right.
only way to help it is to remain calm.
He'll close it very delicately and gently, brush it over, as well as push the bottle over.
It's terrible.
He'll grab it and take a swig as well.
Plus, she doesn't know how to drink very well.
I apologize for not recognizing your situation.
We are all
I
in
have
this
not been
situation.
separated this far from my family for this long, or this great of a distance, let alone in time. My children are the only thing that mattered to me.
I know. And we will help you. We just need to get through this. And maybe the next thing after that.
How many? That's what makes me afraid, Atlantica. It's just one more thing after the next.
Same thing with me. I watched him die. I couldn't save him.
Sorry for your loss. That is a pain that I imagine almost no one here can understand. And Neelix would probably be like tearing up at this point just because he's on his own wife. Alright, mate.
I know how it is, and I want to help. But I think we have, all of us have that. Olivia has her thing, and it seems like that's what we're dealing with right now. Until then, we're just working through.
Look, and I felt better about it. I've lost picture of them in my little pearl, and I don't know where they're at. It's just hard not knowing. But I can try. Fair enough.
We should get some rest then.
Sorry?
I think we should get some rest.
Do my best. You know, take another swig.
Awesome. And eventually you guys make your way upstairs and pass out due to alcohol. Hey,
Aw,
give me this. You guys level up.
This
you
really
all-
long.
Level 12 and level 11? Because we are
You two are level 12 now. Guys wake up the next morning. It is
Hope
a
so.
dull gray sky. What?
Nothing.
Zephyr died in his sleep.
I said I hope so.
Zephyr suffered a brain aneurysm last night, and he died.
Oh, fuck.
I'm glad you realized what I said.
John Arbuckle, Killer Queen has already gifted his $2. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Vincent.
Yes.
You have a dream.
Oh, dang it. I hate those.
You see a man, very handsome, thin mustache, long chin beard, black hair, pulled into a ponytail, very gaudy outfit, big furs on his back, standing, and he's standing up on in front of a pedestal. There's a crowd before him, and you just see him speaking, and you don't really know what he's saying. He smiles, and you see he's a very charming looking person. On his stand, he has a cup. He looks over, and as he begins to wave towards the people, he knocks the cup off of the pedestal, and it shatters on the ground. You see his face once again. He no longer has a head. An explosion of red just in the air as he falls, and everything disappears. You then start to feel an immense amount of pain. Give me 1 second. You slowly wake up and you feel like your body is eating you from the inside out. There's pain everywhere, in your wrists, in your neck, in your legs, in your gut, in your mind as well. You feel sluggish. Everything hurts. You take 12 necrotic damage.
Oh, jeez.
And that is removed from your maximum hit points. You were also effectively poisoned.
Okay.
You cough, and you cough up like blood, and it spits down onto the ground as you just try to sit up, but it's so painful, and you eventually, what feels like an hour, you eventually sit up. And you just feel awful.
What the crap did you eat last night?
Atlantica, you feel the exact same.
Oh no. Fuck.
It is pretty much identical.
Done.
Yeah, you
How
know
much
what it is
fun
too.
my
12.
Fuck.
You just feel like your entire body is working against you and attempting to just... It feels easier to lie down and just die. It is so painful. You can still function, it's just difficult to do anything.
Is it the man in my dream had black hair?
Black hair tied into a ponytail. It was human.
Do I get a long rest?
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You wake up. Yeah. Beautiful morning. It's a gray sky coming through the window. Not a lot of sunlight. It's nice to have the sun,
Just make
or
sure
whatever's left of
make
it.
sure I have a long rest.
Oh yeah, you've long rested. And you, Zephyr, you wake up as well, feeling very rested, very nice. A lot better than you did on Hell.
Did we still get long rest? or-
Yes, you're still long rested.
Okay.
You just
Just
12 to your maximum, effectively poisoned.
Alright, I'll come out of my room. And go down.
Zephyr's the first one up.
Oh
Makes
yeah,
his
I'll
way
come
downstairs.
down. It's morning.
And Neelix, right behind you, not but a minute. You come downstairs. I'm assuming you don't have your armor on yet, do you? Because you don't sleep with your armor on.
No, probably not. I'll probably go put it on if we leave.
All right, so you're just in your regular
Yeah.
clothes as you come down, which is kind of weird for you to see. It's strange to see Zephyr's smaller, and not his gigantic armor and axe. He kind of just looks like a dude.
Feeling better?
It's relative. You're tiny.
If not for his massive shoulders.
Yes, I mean, it's tiny.
I don't take my armor off often.
I can see why.
Find it has a good chance to get me killed.
Fair enough.
You've seen the others?
Not this one. No.
This morning. Alright. It's fine.
Older woman kind of comes out and she kind of looks over to you. She says, "Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Can I get you anything to eat?"
Sure. And for my friend too, and I'll drop a couple of gold.
She takes the gold. She kind of goes in the back. You can just hear the sounds of cooking.
Right.
It's this moment of just
You know.
silence in the tavern.
Never had a family, so I can't say I know what it feels like. Well, I did, kind of, I guess. I don't know if you'd consider a father trying to kill me and then joining us for a few days of family. But
Olivier kind of comes down. She's also not in her.
But I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through. I can't understand it. I'm not going to pretend like I can. I just know the only way we can get through this is to keep together.
Thanks.
Castlevania. That's your encouraging talk?
Yeah, I know, right? Such an asshole.
Well, don't worry. I survived out there on my own. Came back all right.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help on that one.
Thought you needed to cool down.
Bing, bing. Two plates
Guess
kind of
what
appear in
time
front of
it
you.
was.
It's eggs and bacon and bread. She quickly puts them down. She walks into the back. And she comes out. She looks over at Olivier and she says, "Do you want?" She says, "Yes, please." Okay. And she goes in the back.
I'm gonna make my way downstairs.
Okay. Vincent steps downstairs, looking like he didn't get any sleep.
Therefore, I think I'm going to die.
What?
What?
I feel very sick.
Let me see what I can do about that.
I think last year did something.
Kyria at this point also comes down. What's wrong?
I'll divine sense.
You look
Divine
like
sense?
crap.
See if there's any evil like trying to coalesce inside of Vincent and
Nope.
nothing.
Vincent's neutral and fiendish as ever.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna go find a priest.
I can try a couple of things. I have a new trick.
A new trick.
Do you
I
want me
learned
to
it
try
while I
it?
was asleep last night.
It might help, might not.
I have a new trick. I learned it while I was asleep last night.
I'm gonna put a hand on Vincent's
Okay.
shoulder and cast Remove Curse.
Remove curse. Hold up your hand and you put your hand onto Vincent and you begin to try to pull away at whatever curse could be there and you don't find any bindings. Just nothing there as you cast the spell. No curses are affecting Vincent.
No curses. Alright. Put my other hand on his shoulder.
You're like a doctor.
And I'll try Lesser Restoration and try to remove one disease affecting him.
How do you cast Lesser Restoration? What does it look like?
A hand on the shoulder and stop being
Stop
sick.
being a
Vincent,
I'll put a hand on his
for me,
shoulder.
drop your
and I'll
pants. What?
say it.
What?
And then like as I say it, I'm kind of like gonna take my other hand and I'm gonna like kind of move it downhill, like scanning to see if there like with like the magic to see if there's like
Got it.
any sense of like evil or disease.
Yeah, and it's almost like the "Hi Logan," a sneaky rogue Logan.
Sorry, I want someone to make a cleric now who actually, you describe all your spells like a doctor would. So you're like, remove curse, drop pants, hand on balls, turn head cough. Curse goes on. So like all your cleric spells are done as a doctor would, like bend over, lube.
Yeah, it's like
Material
the
component.
chakra healing that weird people do.
Do I find it? there's a
and you kind of
disease.
move down, and you're like, oh, yep.
Cool.
And you kind of move.
Where is it on his body?
Kind of in the center.
I'm gonna like kind of make a fist and
'Kay.
punch the disease out.
As almost as Zephyr's going to like do this like chakra healing, like grab a diamond and like pull the disease out. Goes down and he finds it and he looks you in the eyes and you get punched in the gut and you watch as just out of his mouth into the ether. You just kind of brush it away. You're kind of like, you feel a lot better.
That help?
You're taking 12 damage. You're missing that 12 health still, but you gain your hit points back.
Okay, so I can go back to.
Yeah.
What the hell was all that?
Yeah, why'd you hit me?
It's part of the spell. The way I
Part of
cast
the
it,
spell
anyways.
hit me.
I was like pushing that disease out of you. Some disease.
That was cool.
Yeah. Who else?
I'm
Anyone
fine.
else?
I don't
You're
know.
fine?
Not at all. I'm
Cool.
good.
So,
I don't need to punch him.
Oh, okay. You haven't come down yet.
I'm not dying. I'm just kidding.
do I still feel
It's like,
poison?
do you want me to punch you?
Do I still feel poison?
Nope.
Nope. Cool.
Feel way better. Yeah, I got punched in the gut, and it's like, oh, it felt so good. You feel way better. You can
You also
move
just
around a lot
punched
more.
me in the eye. I'm glad I didn't have breakfast yet.
You still kind of hurt though.
Yeah.
The necrotic damage still did some shit to you.
Can I have my alcohol back? To drink it all.
Yeah. No, I think there's some left.
A little bit.
Enough for false life?
I'm not gonna fall
Right.
asleep.
That's what you're.
Your alcohol ones are a lot to get that. No, that's fine.
There's more in the mansion.
That's true.
Ooh, I forgot to roll my portent. A 3 and a 4.
Nice. Nice.
What a good day.
You'll be casting those on me.
Sometimes it's
Get ready
useful
for a
against
3 and a
my
4.
friends. Oh man,
Like,
guys,
I'm
okay,
that charm, my friend.
pages.
Or when casting blight. Not blight.
I want to call the
Yes.
The woman over?
Try those words again. I'm gonna call the waitress over.
Okay. She
Garcon?
kind of comes out.
Garçon. Garçon.
And she comes over to you and she looks at you.
Hey, so big black horned 20-foot demons.
Hunters.
Hunters, huh? What are they? I mean, besides hunters.
I don't know. I've only heard stories.
What do they hunt?
Anything.
Do you know where they came from?
No.
I'm assuming by the look on your face they are deadly.
Yes. Only very few have lived to tell a tale.
And who would know more about these hunters?
I don't know. Honestly, I'd figure you.
Why do you assume I would know?
Your people live out there in the forests. Encounter them. You must encounter them a lot.
Where in the forest?
Everywhere. There's many forests.
I've been away for a while. Did you any idea where their main village is? The main tribe?
Not really. They're really secretive. I really don't know.
Anybody in town know?
I'm not sure. Very simple village.
Yes.
You would have been able to learn more in Brigia, but you can't anymore.
Why not?
Brigia's been destroyed. It's been destroyed for over 15 years.
Is there anything left there?
In Brigia? Just ruins. It's dangerous to go there. The devils are there during the day and the shadows come at night. If you're going to travel, stay on the roads.
Jacob, just for me again.
Yep.
Each square is a day?
Each square is a
hex,
day.
Sorry.
Each hex is a day.
Okay. Oh, but we have the mansion. But if that fails, and we're in
We're
the
on
middle of nowhere,
You know what, I'll-
screwed.
I will pull up the map for you guys and put it in the little thing that I currently have Atlantic on.
Alright then.
I'm gonna go look for a bookstore. Kyria, would you like to come with me? Bookstore?
Sure, I got nothing better to do.
Hi, Windows.
Until we discover what we're going to do.
Alright.
Hi, Windows. No, I would not like you to update at 7:06 p.m.
Too bad.
And 706.
Micah, slow down.
Aw.
They can't control
Oh,
that.
he's being timed out. Yeah, I'll talk to Nikki and figure out how we can
Get that
disable
timeout,
No,
yeah.
he posted a link,
Yeah, he's posting links.
and
Oh.
Nightbot went, nope.
Yeah, Nightbot gets mad when links get posted. I don't know when. Gosh dang it! Where's the where?
Oh, it's cold.
You know, I also love the passive aggressiveness of Nightbot. Micah Barr, nice try. Stop posting links.
Well, that's a massive map that is on the screen. You all get to see that.
Oh man, what else happened?
Ooh.
There.
Oh,
we
hello,
go.
yes. There we go. Let's play the game that way from now on.
Just a map.
Just gigantic map.
Oh.
Well, now it doesn't want to do its thing.
Now it's behind the.
Come on, little map. You can do it. Come on, little guy.
Maybe he didn't post a link.
One little map.
There we go.
Well, Nightbot thought it was a link.
He thought-
There we
Nightbot
go.
is
Maybe,
dumb.
yeah, just be careful with Nightbot. It's gonna get super angry.
He has a temper.
I'll talk to Nikki and
Does,
try to
apparently.
get. I'll talk to Nikki and try to get Nightbot
She's
disabled.
Yeah, but she can't do it right now.
Oh, she's here.
All right, there we go. There's a little map for you guys. You guys can see what they're talking about. Yeah, each hex is a day, and you guys are in a village north of Arygia.
Alright.
Olivier would tell you that Seven Oaks is the capital, and we should stay very far away from there. And
A week away, right? From there?
West Breach is a big city, but she hasn't been to it in a long time.
For everyone else's knowledge, also the little tiny things that look like small triangles along the road are villages.
Those are villages.
All right.
I mean, we could go. What is it, north? East? We could go west, right? Yeah, west to that village next to it, next to the one that we're in.
Should try to get to a bigger city. Figure out what's going on.
The only one we can get to if we travel on the road is Seven Oaks. So we go
Can we
through
get
the
to West
mountains.
Breach?
Sorry, which village are we in right now?
we'd have to
We're
go to the
like
mountains.
right here,
Okay.
and every hex is a day.
No, I had.
So, oh my goodness, it's gonna be like
Yeah, it's gonna be a
It's
long
pretty
time.
easy.
2 weeks to get to West Breach almost.
When do we have to go through the
1, 2,
mountains to
3,
get there?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Looks like there's a trail.
Yeah, like almost 2 weeks to get to the
Scaling the
nearest city.
whole country. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not the whole country. It's only like
half the country.
not even. It's like a third.
Mm-hmm.
Is the bar keep still out here? The old one.
The woman is back there. Yeah.
Is there a place we could buy horses here?
Here, not really. There's a few horses, but they belong to the guards.
Oh.
And I use them to patrol and get here and there. I bet you could get some in bigger cities.
Oh,
They're
that's
just kind
right.
of far away from everything.
All right. Well,
Poor pony.
it's a problem. I can still summon a horse, but you guys can't.
Are there any bookshops in town, or should I just
Not
stay?
really.
No.
We don't really have any bookshops there. There used to be one in.
Jacobo?
Yes.
Detect portal.
Detect portal. Is that to how many miles?
Mile.
1 mile. 1.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Probably the one we came from, I'm assuming, but I don't know.
No, that.
No, but
should've
I know the direction
disappeared.
of it. Is it the same direction the one we came from?
No, it's actually directly in the direction of the way you went into the forest. Like a little bit off. A little bit that way.
And it's only a mile away. At most.
I don't know about you folks, but I sense a portal nearby.
I don't
not-
have that ability.
No. Okay, very true. My point was, I'm saying I don't know about you folks, but there's a portal nearby if we want to try that.
Be
I don't
worth
know where
trying
it
out.
goes,
Sure. Yes.
but
You know how far away it is.
it's less than a mile. Actually, I do know the direct. Like I do know like how far away it is, so I know if it's a mile away or is it like.
It is 3/4 of a mile away to the northeast.
So at most it should take us about 30 minutes to get there, right?
Could go check it out.
Let's go.
I'll go get Atlantica and put my armor on.
Wait, Garcon.
Garcon means boy.
Oh, I heard you say it earlier. Why did you say it if we were talking about?
That was Alligator.
Oh, I thought you were saying it.
Gotta specify, Vincent.
Sorry. I was making a reference to Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, no, I know. And then I thought we were playing off of it.
No.
So I thought that would have been good, but anyways.
She comes over and she says, I don't know what a garçon is.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's a food.
It's a different language I don't speak. It's not in the player's handbook either. So, those black evil things.
Yep.
Are they out during the day?
Hang on, I'm just live editing the overlay at the moment because it's really small on you and Marshall there. Just give me one second.
You and Marshall.
You and Marshall. Well, thanks, Hulk14191. Can't stay up tonight. Have fun. $10.
Oh,
Well, $9.99.
$9.99.
Thank you.
And 999.99.
I mean, we can't
So-
do that, but.
That's not.
Oh, did you guys hear it? This is completely off the wall, but a donation reminded me about it. Did you guys hear about the guy that got donated $5,000 like back in August, and then the guy 2 days before the PayPal 6-month pulled back his $5,000 that he donated?
Yeah. I've heard people have done things.
That's
before.
stupid. That's so
And
messed
he
up.
did it literally just to screw with the guy. He was like, yeah, I had no reason for doing this. I just wanted to screw with you. And it was
That's messed
like,
up.
what the heck?
That's messed up.
Because he like reached out to him like, hey, did you have like medical emergency or something? Like I can get the money back to you if you desperately, like if you really need it, but otherwise I'm going to fight it, obviously. And he was like, nah, I'm just screwing with you. He's like, what the heck?
Okay, anyways. You,
Are those black demons, are those hunters, usually out during the day?
No, they are not out during the day. They only show up during the night. As soon as the sun sets, they appear. It's relatively safe to go outside of the villages into the forests. Just try not to encounter any devils, but they don't tend to bother the smaller villages. I haven't seen a devil in a long time. A few passed through, but they didn't do anything.
Well, I'm going to go get Atlantica and put my armor on, and we can decide what we're doing.
Very well.
Do you know if there are any places I could buy incense?
We have a general goods store here, but we have very limited supplies. We only get supply shipments every 2 months, and we're due to have a new shipment in about 2 weeks. Which is why my bread's a bit stale.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's better than the food we've been eating lately.
That's true. It's not bad.
I'm gonna go to the general goods store if anyone would like to accompany me.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Sure, Kyria says. Olivier's like, I'm gonna get my armor on. And also find out why Atlantica isn't down here. And then she goes upstairs.
She likes to sleep.
That's true.
Olivier goes upstairs to find Zephyr knocking on Atlantica's door. Hey, wake up. We're leaving. Not responding. I'll turn. Is Olivier coming up now?
Mm-hmm. She's like, she looks up and she says,
Should I force the door down?
is she in her hole?
Maybe. I don't know. He's not answering.
Yeah, we're good. Oh, hey, please
Hey.
come play the character that I am currently
Perfect
playing.
So,
The way you threw your shoes off was so funny.
so do you want do you want the quick version of what's happened? Neelix came back. We spent the night. We're gonna go look for a portal that he found that's only a mile away. We went upstairs to go put our respective armor on and to get Atlantica because Atlantica hasn't come down yet. I have punched a disease out of Vincent, and
Yes.
we're wondering why Atlantica hasn't come down yet. So
Yeah.
we're currently at Atlantica's door, and she's not answering. And I'm like, should I push the door down?
I'm still confused, but okay. Let's do this.
You're upstairs wondering why Atlantica hasn't woken up yet.
I'm gonna knock on her door.
Zephyr
Yeah,
already
try
knocked
that.
on it and there was no answer.
I'm gonna break it open.
All right.
Oh,
I was just about to do that. I am so glad I know your character.
and I will help you break it open. So roll with advantage. Yes.
Roll attack.
Oh, I have to take the dice off.
Roll
Okay.
strength, yeah.
There you go.
No. Roll more dice.
Should I roll to see if I can help?
Sure.
You
Oh,
guys
yeah,
both
people are-
kick the door in.
People are also saying that Atlantica
I don't want to get.
I made them all the big sad.
Oh yeah.
18.
You did. I'm over here like, don't cry.
That's super sad.
18 to help.
18. Okay. Roll strength, Olivier.
With
As you and
fake
Zephyr
talk.
kick a door in.
It's gonna be. Oh well.
Dice are hard, guys.
Yes.
What else we should have done?
Those ones are metal.
Those are my favorite dice.
I can't kick, apparently.
We have advantage.
You have advantage.
I helped, so you have advantage on your roll.
You have advantage.
You have advantage.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Marshall. I had no
I
idea.
just feel like,
Did you really
you
have
weren't getting the message, so I want to make sure that you got the message.
What do you mean got the message? You're the only one that said
Oh,
it,
fun
right?
fact,
I know, I
just
know.
because I remembered it right now.
What?
So Victoria gave me the art files on Drive, and she has her own little names for them. I go through and rename them, but all of them, it's like Viola, Vincent, Zephyr, Olivier, and then there's another fox and Atlantis.
Yeah,
Another fox?
Another fox.
She showed me the files whenever she sends them on Discord.
Yeah,
it sends a
Atlantis.
file.
Can I see your coin?
Oh, also Jacob made the map
It's a
that you
Yeah.
the map that you guys made,
These are awesome.
but
Yeah, I
I
sent
didn't
it
put
to
it
him.
on the thing. So.
He sent it to me.
Oh,
to
that's
make
cool.
sure
I'm going to
it's
turn it upside down so you can actually see it,
Yay.
because it kind of matters that you see it. All right.
Oh, got some food. No.
So we're currently, just so you know,
Just
we're
to let you
currently
know.
right here.
Because you were like, we're north of some town called
Arygia.
Arygia, right? Yeah, you guys are in this
South.
village.
No, we're at the
We're
other one.
south.
Oh, okay.
I want to get waxed and have my beard look like that.
Just make it look like you're like.
So,
Why did the map turn upside down?
Horrible, I would not keep my job.
because you flipped it.
That's not connected to
Wait,
this.
are they not connected?
Oh, it is because the
What?
You're flipping the entire file. You're flipping the entire file, not just the.
God damn it. God damn it. I gotta copy the file now and make a completely different one. That is hilarious.
So while Jacob does that, so Micah ran out of D&D jokes, so he's doing a bunch of. You roll a natural 20. So he's doing a bunch of Chuck Norris jokes, but putting our characters in their place. And we have once a cobra
that's a 22.
bit.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have once a cobra bit Olivier's leg. After 5 days of excruciating pain, the cobra died.
Oof.
It's true.
There's also I hate this one. This one's so great. I just hate that it's Zephyr. Zephyr doesn't have hair on his testicles because hair does not grow on steel.
Ooh. Ooh.
I went to a comedy club one time, and they were like, "We'll make jokes about anything." And there was like a very short list of things they would not make jokes about anymore because like people kept asking for them, and Chuck Norris was one of them.
Yeah.
And while they were making jokes,
Yeah, that-
they like snuck one in anyways.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's part of the.
So
22 to kick the door down.
22.
and the map is
You
right
guys
now.
kick down an open door.
I look
You
pretty
both kick it and it just bam hits the other side very
it was
quickly.
unlocked.
Atlantica!
Perfect.
Atlantica is laying on the bed.
You see her like, she has her hold and she's in it because that's what she sees.
Oh yeah, she's not in bed.
But she's like floating like a dead fish on the surface.
Is
So
she-
she's, like,
Classic party situation.
I'm gonna grab
Giant
her.
monsters,
You grab
evil
her,
things.
I'm gonna do
Not
it.
really good
Closed
strength,
door.
and she is only 4 feet and an elf. You grab her and you pull her out of the hole and you throw it into the
I'm
ground.
gonna throw her on
Let
the
me-
ground. No, it's gonna like cover my arm.
Okay, you pick her up.
I'm gonna check if she's okay. So
Let-
can I do my
Roll medicine.
Let me check her because it just happened to Vincent too.
17.
So I know what's going
17.
on probably.
She is alive. She is unconscious. You don't know why.
Here, I'll set her down on the
Same
bed.
thing
And it's
happened.
really funny because Olivia like panic
I'm
grabbed
gonna
her.
hand you her.
Okay.
Panic grabbed her, so she's not holding her like in the arms and face. She's holding her upside down, so her head is down this way and her legs are down. She's like, "What's wrong with her?"
I'll flip her. I'm like, she can breathe underwater, so she's probably fine with that. And I'll put her on the bed, and then I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Vincent, lesser restoration.
You wake up to being punched in the gut by Zephyr.
Yep.
who
When I
just
finally.
hits you.
I was kind of messed up, man.
You feel better.
Just wait.
Okay.
Does she see the stupid like stuff leave?
Yeah. It's darkness leaves. You have two initiatives. Two inspirations. Got it.
When you when I punch her, you see like this like darkness leave her mouth.
And you saw the same thing leave Vincent.
You better now.
What do you guys do?
Pretty sure it was
This
something.
is why I only eat cake.
Pretty sure it was something Glossia did before she died.
I think she did some sort of weird magic shit on us.
Okay, well, I don't have it, and it's probably because of the cake.
Or she just didn't do it to you. Who knows?
Cake of healing.
I'm
Regardless.
gonna make that!
Yeah.
Are you feeling better, Bill?
Yeah, other than being punched in the gut.
Okay. You'll get over it. You get used to it. Or not. I don't know.
Alright. I'm gonna go put my arm around now that I know that
Okay.
you're not dead.
I'm assuming you put your arm on as well.
Yeah.
Okay. because you guys don't sleep in your armor. I am going to always assume you do not sleep in your armor. If you sleep in your armor, you don't benefit from a long rest because you slept in metal. All right.
There used to be a feat that would make it to where you could sleep in your armor. And I
That's
think
stupid
it
and
might
dumb and
still
shouldn't exist.
It's a whole feat. You can sleep in your armor, or you can take lucky. Like.
I mean, yeah, lucky's better.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's the comment.
You guys wake up the next morning. Wake up! Wow. You guys begin to do all that stuff. You and Tyria and Neelix head out into a store.
We're gonna go to the general goods store.
All right, you can
That
make your way
was
to the
split
general
up.
goods store.
Mercantile.
Yes.
Mercantile.
Yeah, because it takes us 10 minutes to put our armor on, so you have plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
Or 1 minute if we help.
No, you
'Cause
just don't
that's
help
how
each
that
other.
works.
We can help you.
Yeah.
Or we can help each other.
There we go. Because it
And then you can catch up.
takes a minute with help or 10 minutes without, and it's like, oh my god.
Dropping off
It's
Pulp
it's
Fiction
why
stuff, huh?
Squires was such a big deal.
I don't know why they
Because
say
there are
catch up
all the
when you
different
Pulp Fiction now.
little things
I'm
you
actually
have
training
to
Charles
tie
the
on and put
to
on.
be my squire.
From her
Oh,
Box Force
yeah.
Training
Yeah.
Krieg to help put your armor on.
You can't. He has shield for hands.
He has one shield hand.
I need to get the other one back on him.
He broken.
Where's Solomon when you need him?
Not in here.
In the past.
The PJ armor feat.
He says he's in the past.
PJ armor feet.
Thanks, Star.
Pajama armor.
Yeah,
He lives
I
forever.
hope he's in the past because if he finds his time machine thingy, he's gonna freak out and
Oh,
go crazy
yes.
again.
Oh.
Oh no!
Nope.
He's gonna
Solomon
unlock his
sees-
magic box and be like, if they can do it, I can do it.
Solomon sees us moving time around.
He would lose his
He's
business.
not here. He is never here and not going to be here. Do not give Solomon time travel.
No.
Bull
Not gonna
crap.
happen. Do not
But-
give
Bull
Abadir.
crap.
Do not give Abadir time travel.
Give
even
it
though
so
he already
freely
kinda
to
has
somebody
it.
else.
How does he?
Yeah,
have
because
it?
they know how to control it.
Didn't
How does he have time
Solomon
travel?
try to do a time travel thing?
Yes, and
Yeah,
like
and
the
he
gods
got-
stopped him. They were like,
Not the gods.
The
The
keeper.
keeper king.
Which is-
Basically.
yeah,
You
he's,
guys
yeah,
destroy
he's basically a
everything.
god.
Just basically a god, a pseudo god.
Yeah.
She. Because it's Ashkari.
Yeah, I know. I said which.
Although for the record, Solomon's device, he was trying to make it even weaker than this device. That like you can only step into like a time, like one person can go, you can only be there for like 5 minutes and come back.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the keeper's like staring at us right now.
Like, what are you doing?
Like,
Probably
So
would
you
have
guys
damn
died.
unicorns.
Make your way over to. You find this small store that just has general goods on it. You just step in. There's a little ding as you make your way in. As you make your way in, you just see this small little shop. It's kind of dusty. You see this kind of big fat dude behind the counter. He's bald. He's got a little beard and a little mustache. It's kind of grayed, and he looks pretty old, like maybe in his mid-50s, mid-60s. He sits up and he goes, "Oh, hello,
Hello, do you have any incense?
incense?
Mm-hmm.
No, don't have any incense. Sorry.
None at all.
Might in a few weeks when shipment comes in. Don't got any right now, though. Sorry.
Someone killed my mouse, and I would really like him back. So do you know
I was
anywhere I could get incense? Besides waiting 2 weeks for me.
Wait a minute, find an incense. No, let me go check it out for you.
Alright.
And he goes in the back and he starts to steps over there and starts to throw things around the bag. How about candles?
You know what? Charcoal will work. Do you have charcoal?
You got charcoal.
I will take
All right,
10 gold pieces worth of it.
that's a lot of charcoal.
Yes.
It's a lot of charcoal.
Okay. Comes back over. 2 gigantic bags of charcoal. There you are.
10 gold.
Give him 10 gold. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to look through his tools and see if he has any thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools. You start going over. There's like this bench with like different kinds of tools. You see like woodworking tools. You find an alchemy set. Other tools they look untouched. You don't seem to find thieves' tools.
Thief stole them.
He stole them.
Is there anything in here that catches my eye? Maybe something shiny?
There's a basket. There's a bucket. There's a crowbar. There's a chest.
Crowbar could be
A
shiny.
chest? What's
Yep.
that?
Nothing.
It's just a chest?
Just a chest.
Want me one of those?
There's a
Ooh.
jug. There's a
Do-
lamp.
Do they have a cage?
Yes. There's a metal cage.
How big is it? Need a small one, I think.
Like a bird cage.
Yeah. No, I have to wait until we get to a bigger city for that.
Alright. There's a 2-person tent. There's
I have one of those.
torches, whetstones,
2%
hammers,
actually might be in here.
grappling hooks, shovels,
What are you saying?
sacks,
Actually might be good to
oil,
have.
hourglass, hunting trap.
You know what? I would like to buy some of that oil.
Okay.
How many things of oil you got?
I've got flasks of oil. I've got about a set of 10.
And a flask of oil.
Silver piece.
I'm asking, is like one use? Remind me.
Flasks are 1 use,
Hang on.
generally speaking.
A flask of oil can be used for many different things. Oil usually comes in a clay flask that holds 1 pint. As an action, you can splash the oil in this flask onto a creature within 5 feet of you, or throw it up to 20 feet, shattering on impact. Make a ranged attack against the target object, treating the oil as an improvised weapon. On a hit, the target is covered in oil. If the target takes any fire damage before the oil dries, after a minute, the target takes an additional 5 fire damage from the burning oil. You can also pour a flask of oil on the ground, cover a 5-foot square, provided the surface is level. If lit, the oil burns for 2 rounds, deals 5 fire damage to any creature that enters the area, or its turn in the area. A creature can't take this damage only once per turn. You can also use oil to light your torches thingies.
Yeah.
Your lanterns.
And he's got how many flasks?
10.
And they're worth 5 silver?
1 silver each.
Oh, 1 silver each.
Mm-hmm. So for 1 gold, you can buy all 10.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. He holds up this like gigantic crate, and he just and all of the bottles kind of hit against one another. The clay oil flasks. They each weigh
A pound.
so it's 10 pounds.
Okay.
You wanna put all those in your bag?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oops, I might do 10 gold. 1 gold.
It's okay. They can't hear your crunchies. They can maybe hear them if you get it right in there.
Yeah, definitely
I
heard
was
that.
driving and I
Oh,
realized
boy.
my sister breathes
Just-
kind of loud and it was kind of weird.
It's nothing
Yeah.
too.
Because I love her, but I also really don't like loud breathing.
Sometimes when Jacob's
Uh,
asleep,
does he
makes,
want
like
this
a
spear?
popping noise.
Oh wait,
Weird
no.
when he breathes.
No, he doesn't. No. I shall keep this spear. And
I've been told recently that I snore in my sleep. It's like really loud. And I used to not do that. And I'm like, oh man.
Might have
For
sleep
you,
apnea,
Maybe. My dad has it.
We
and it's
should
a
go
hereditary thing.
The doctor, and
Find out.
Or otherwise
get
you're
a
gonna be
sleep
Zephyr
analysis.
and die in your
You
sleep.
can die in your sleep.
I know. You guys from stopping women.
We said that we were like, you guys wake up from your long rest, and you're like, I hope so. And Megan was just, Spencer was just like, Zephyr just died in his sleep. It's like, and you had a brain aneurysm. D&D brain aneurysms, man.
Were you the one
Is
that
that
was like
psychic
super
damage?
loud snoring all the time?
Me?
Okay. Yeah, you.
Probably.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
When do we end up joining
I
up?
don't know. I don't hear it. I'm asleep.
I do.
When do we end up joining up with these guys?
Yeah. I'm gonna wait
So we
outside
put
the
our armor on and then
shop
went to
after I
meet up with them.
get my stuff.
Okay, are you guys buying anything else? Carrie isn't buying anything.
Carrie, can you carry these for me?
Carrie, what?
These bags of charcoal.
Are we always going to be carrying these around?
No, just until tonight.
Okay. He goes over. Each bag is 5 pounds.
Oh my
He
goodness.
picks them up, just kind of follows around with them.
so
Roll perception.
22, I think.
You just,
Yep,
in your own mind, you just notice that Kyria picks up the 2 bags of charcoal, and Vincent is just 100% checking them out. Kyria does not notice, but you notice.
Carrie only has one eye, so he does not notice.
No, he does not.
You're on the side that is like.
Yeah.
Wait, are you Vincent or Viola right now?
Vincent.
I am Vincent right now. It says I'm Viola, but I am Vincent.
Got it.
It says you're Viola?
Yes.
Whoopsies.
Yes, it does.
I think it's on a timer.
Why?
I don't know. It shouldn't be, though.
Because they can be weird.
Every 15 minutes, I take my earring out. And then I put it back in.
You just want to change it up, you know?
Eh.
Yeah.
said all that.
What? He's cute.
Guess if you're into that sort of thing.
You guys are just looking outside the general goods stores. He kind of puts down the two bags of charcoal, and there's just like this scene of like the sunlight moving through his hair. So he kind of just wipes sweat and then like continues going. Sorry, Grace. I always have to do this to your characters.
It's fine. You've done it to multiple characters in recent memory.
Yeah.
Is it the eye patch? Is it the sky cat?
It's more of the hairlessness. It's kind of weird. It looks like
He has hair.
Yeah, not a lot. It looks kind of like a skinned animal.
Right.
It's kind of weird.
I look the same way then.
Oh yeah, it's pretty gross. I mean, don't get me wrong. No offense. I mean, I don't mean to offend you. In a sense.
Imagine how Zephyr looked at first. No hair at all.
I mean,
Everybody looks like hairless cats. Yeah, I can see all your folds.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm used to it. I know. I understand. It's just not. It's just not attractive. It's just.
You're like a big cat.
Yeah, exactly. Do you feel like screwing a big cat?
You have a wife though. So.
No, I'm not. No, I wasn't offering. I was not.
I
No.
wasn't trying to.
And I wasn't asking.
Can we walk him now?
Please understand.
I don't want to have sex
Go to
with
the
you
store?
guys.
I don't know if I wear a ring or not. I probably don't. But like, happily married. Yes.
Right.
And
Or
they're
mated. I'm mated.
Hey,
You walk out on him saying mated.
I'm
mated.
happily mated. That's for life.
There's been a.
you try something else, Vincent?
Nope.
No. All right.
We were just talking about Arygia, and then it
All right,
led to
just
that.
look around.
She's
Are
trying.
you sure? I'm surprised you didn't buy the 2-person tent.
I already have one.
That's why.
Yes.
You see the store dude, and he kind of looks up. He says, welcome. Anything I can get for you?
There's no more chocolate.
There's a lot of things. I just, don't rob me.
Why was Kyria walking around with
Does that happen often?
2 big bags of
No.
charcoal?
So you
Okay.
can mom.
No, because I needed to buy them because someone killed my mouse. I think your dad actually killed my mouse,
Probably.
which is
Goods.
really sad.
Oh, sorry, man. Interrupt you.
Was it gonna talk?
No. I was just asking him a quick question.
That's
Go
fine.
ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
So I need the chocolate to get my mouse back.
You need 10 pounds of charcoal.
I need 10 gold pieces worth. Yes.
Distant Kyria, this is all for your pet.
Yes. He's more than a pet.
So
He's
here's
just
a,
kind of sitting on the grass, just waiting.
so here's a question. If you had given him 10 gold pieces and he gave you 1 piece of charcoal, would that have been considered 10 gold pieces of charcoal?
No, the spell is more clever than that, I think.
Personally, I think he bought all the bags. He bought all the bags just to see this one carry it.
I could have just bought 10 gold pieces worth of herbs. Really, charcoal's funnier.
Charcoal instead.
Yes.
All right.
It's like incense bothers people. I know it bothers you. It's a pretty strong smell.
It's a pretty strong smell. It's pretty nice.
Charcoal, just like
Be nice for a fire later too.
I need it. You can't have any of it.
I actually have a question.
Mm-hmm.
More than a.
Are you talking story time?
Yeah, more than a request.
Nope.
I've heard rumors of these hunters in the night. Is there a reason they don't come to villages?
Asked. Don't know. Not sure. They don't attack. They don't ever attack. They seem to.
It's the ground hollowed.
What do you mean?
This spell keeps.
I can find out.
Like a priest blessed it?
Yes.
Well, our town hasn't seen a priest in a good couple of years.
Really?
When we go to leave, I'll find out.
It's
I
been a
can
long
see
time.
hollowed ground.
Question for you. You don't happen to have any platinum on you that I could maybe exchange gold, do you?
I've got 1 platinum.
I'll take it and I'll give you 10 gold.
Oh, my lucky platinum. He gives you a
My
platinum. piece.
lucky platinum. This is the first platinum I ever got.
Hey, first platinum.
That helped a little bit. Whatever it takes. Damn heavy gold.
I hate how rich I am.
You still have most of my gold.
Question is
Yep.
motive.
Just to let all the viewers know, they are not level 10. They leveled up. They are level 11. Jacob is just dumb and stupid and forgot to update the overlay.
Wow, Jacob.
Yeah, I only have like
Dumb
400.
and stupid.
Sorry, guys. I was busy making a map for today's game.
I appreciate
Micah,
He's so dumb, turned stupid.
Micah has outdone himself. Kyria puts the laughter in manslaughter.
That's pretty good. Gotta save that one for Grace.
Chug.
Um,
Oh my
store
gosh.
owner looks up and he
It's a
says,
lot of water.
"Is there anything else I can do for you?"
I think that's it.
We're gonna go.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Anything you can do for me?
Yes.
I mean, do we really care?
I care.
Well, are you travelers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
My stock's it's supposed to come in about a week or two,
Okay.
but that's just because they hold up everything up in West Breach. They move it down very slowly throughout the villages, and well, really, I could go get my shipment now if I could just go get it.
You have to
It's
go all the
only
way to
about
West
2
Breach.
days north.
Right, I know where that is.
Wait, it's in West Breach.
Well, we ship out from West Breach. Everything, all of our things come from West
Is it a
Breach.
nearby village then?
But they move down south towards us, and they hit all the other villages to make sure that we all are supplied. But they hold them, and they wait. So about 2 days north is the stuff I'm gonna get in about 2 weeks.
The other village.
I can't leave and go get it. I gotta stay here. But if you went up and got it, brought it to me,
We could do that.
I'd be very grateful. Give you whatever you wanted. Well, no, not the whole shipment. I need to sell it, but you know,
Yeah.
I'd have more stock.
And what's your name?
Oh, Hugo.
Hugo.
That's great.
I'm Hugo.
That is a great name. Strong name.
What's your store called?
What's my
The store.
my store?
Yeah, what's your store called?
General.
Hugo's General Goods.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. As we here and what was the name of this dang village? I remember it. Hey,
Arcane.
no, this is not Bridget. Bridget got destroyed.
Just kidding. I don't know where we are.
Careshire.
There we go.
He says, well, I mean, Careshire's only got a population of like 120 people, so.
The small one.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna get on the road then.
Oh, well, good luck to you.
He said the carriage is 2 days north.
Yeah, shipment's
Is that the same direction as the portal?
The portal is northeast
Northeast.
into the forest, 3/4 of a mile. So,
Yeah.
2 days north is like 40 miles.
No, for sure. I couldn't remember if it was the same direction, but I remember he said it was northeast.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
like-
like, right here, and then we just could go on.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, well.
See what we can find then.
Gotta be.
Can you turn that air off?
No.
Feels really nice.
Can you turn the fan
This
off
is when
then?
we get to entertain you ourselves.
Alright. Well, I could help Olivia understand exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah.
So, we're not sure what we're supposed to do next. So Neelix was like, I'm going to see if there's a portal around. And Jacob was like, yep, there's one like 3/4 of a mile away from here. And so we're going to that.
And let's hope that it's
there
not how
might
Zariel's
be-
been getting over.
There might be something or other there that might be able to help us, or at least give us some information. And it happens to be in the pretty similar direction to north. So,
Turn the light off?
yes.
He did. Just pull the cord.
Well, the other side is the fan.
Oh, so that's what we're doing right
That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
now. And I guess we're gonna go get Hugo's shipment.
Yes, we are. Ow.
Figure out where the portal goes, and then go get Hugo's.
Yes.
No.
What we took for 30 years ago with
To
Hugo.
be really honest with you, I wasn't listening to anything you said.
No. Harsh.
But that's not new, so.
Normally goes.
She's as cold as ice,
Should figure that out.
willing to sacrifice my
Be
love.
lost.
Alright.
Just be lost on what we're doing.
We step. We get stepping. Step.
I mean, if I don't know, Olivia.
Where you stepping?
Towards the way
Olivia
of
was
the portal.
the
so
Going
one
towards
that
the
you
portal.
are, so Olivia
Okay.
should know, which is why I tried to tell you.
Olivia should know where we're going.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
Is that what we were saying? We were saying more stuff.
I'm just saying, just to let you know, Olivia actually has this physical map in front of her, which
I
is this.
figured.
And she's been holding on to it for a long time. And for some reason, it's got this hex grid on it. Not really. You just know the distances. It's just to help you as a person.
Mhm.
Each hex is a day of travel.
Okay.
Aryggia's fucking huge. You start making your way north, and you start heading northeast, and you kind of follow the way that you went towards the forest. There is a small forest right right outside of town that you headed into that leads towards the further off into the unknown. This forest looks dead. It is just gnarled, blackened trees. Make your way forward. No green.
That's not right at all.
creepy. Nothing here has been right.
We're in the path of future, right?
Yes.
You want to go in the past?
Not if
Not
we're
right
looking
now.
for that portal.
We should finish a couple things first.
Okay.
Also, not if we're looking for that portal.
You make your way further in, and as you guys step in, that smoke is not there anymore. There's just dirt on the ground. The forest is a bit. It makes you feel uneasy as you step in because there's like this cover of like the branches that go overhead, and you can kind of see the sky poking through it, but it's just kind of ominous. As occasionally a raven just kind of lands and kind of watches you guys from a distance and flies away. You guys make your way further and further in, following the direction of the portal. For about 5 minutes into this forest, kind of at a slow, steady decline until eventually you make it. You see it. Big ol' obsidian circle.
Is it on?
Nope. Just you can see right through it. You can see the dead forest behind you right through it. It's just in the middle, not really in a clearing, just there.
Is this familiar at all to any of us?
No, yes.
I'm gonna go investigate it.
All
I
right.
gotta guess.
Careful with those. They're the ones that
Are
we used, I guess,
Everyone
50 years
forgot
ago.
path.
30 years
there
ago.
any runes on it?
Is it what now?
These are the
Okay,
portals
which are
that we used 40
Roll
or
Arcana.
so years ago when the Demon War happened. The Devil War happened.
Really good.
That's how they got in the first
Maybe we
time.
should try going the past.
26.
26.
could.
Yes, they are conjuration runes. You don't know what they read. You don't necessarily know the spell put on this thing. Clearly, you can tell conjuration is teleportation magic. You can tell there's a portal.
I think if we go back,
It might be open.
it'll be open.
Maybe we can close it early. Or maybe
But if you're saying this was used in the war, is it open, letting demons through, and we right
Yes.
smack in the middle of demons?
It could.
Well,
I mean,
if it takes us back 50 years like
It
it did
won't be
before,
on.
the war won't even
Or-
have happened yet.
yeah.
It probably won't even be here.
Oh, okay.
well,
But
we're
regardless,
I did have a second thought, which is that if it's dangerous for us to be traveling now,
we can go.
why don't we travel in the past and then travel back to the future
Yeah,
once we get to our destination?
because then people will know what we look like.
it's true. People will
And they'll
recognize us from the
recognize,
past.
just like the old lady did.
We could stay off the road.
We stay in the
Stay
forest.
hidden.
Or at the very least, we just go back to we go to the past just to sleep at night. Some of these nights, some of these villages we're not going to get to by the time. We don't want those things coming after all of us.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
So-
Carrie's holding up the thing.
We could check and see if the portal's not here.
I think we
real
should
quick.
just check.
Do we know, can that thing only be used a limited number of times?
Do you
we
have it,
know?
actually?
I had it, yeah.
Can I have that back?
Yes.
Thanks.
Can that only be used? Do we know how much that can be used? Is it infinite? Limited?
Yes.
Infinite?
Infinite.
What, these portals right here?
No, that
No,
thing.
Oh, that thing.
That's
Oh.
great.
the time.
The time
Time
turner.
turner.
I need to actually draw it out and show you guys what it looks like.
It's a good name for it.
They had a
Thanks.
pretty good name for it.
But it also reminds me of this guy that I went to school with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is his name?
Did he have like circular glasses?
Yes.
Hmm.
His name was, you know what forgets me. I've told you about him before.
Yes, you have. I
Barry
remember.
Hodder?
I was gonna say exactly that.
2 psychic damage.
I changed the name to avoid the psychic damage, damn it.
It was psychic damage to me.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, that's not. But he's the one that said it.
Oh, whatever.
Just kidding.
But
Oh.
Listen
but
to
we
me,
kept
try to
going
get to
with
take
it.
damage.
Well, this thing's not on yet.
Yeah, we can go and see what looks like 30 years ago.
Are you guys ready?
50 years ago. You guys think we should do that?
We could, if
Wait.
we could,
What?
we could move back, and then we could go to the past, and I could send an arcane eye over here. So if there is anything, what you say there won't be. It'll be a little safer than just
That sounds good.
sitting
Yeah.
here.
We
waiting.
could do that.
I'm just curious. Why do we want to know what this portal looked like 50 years ago?
We want to see if it's on.
If it's on, might be important
Oh,
to know.
okay. Just curious.
To
All right.
destroy it so that it can't.
Yeah, maybe we could destroy it. Don't know what it might change though.
Oh.
There's no portal here, then some people that died before don't die, and then who knows what happens to the village. The villages are around. When we go forward 50 years.
Never mind, I forgot to pair
This
Arcane.
sounds way beyond me.
I prepared scrying, not Arcane.
Beyond me too,
Okay,
that's why I
happens.
don't really know.
Like flipping through, like,
Alright.
hold on, I didn't get all my.
Is everyone ready?
Yes. So instead, we should just move back a little,
Yes.
and then.
With your identify, I discovered that I can only take specific people with me too. If somebody doesn't want to go, they don't have to. But I don't know what'll happen if you get left behind.
That's true. You can designate all of us, though, right?
I can't designate everybody,
That's good.
but I can also not designate certain people.
I think
If we don't also want somebody coming with us, they don't have to.
That's good. Can you make it to where some people can't come with us?
Yes. It's only who I designate, or whoever's using this.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna get my shield out and my sword out.
Alright.
I'm gonna back away from the
Yeah,
portal.
we're gonna step
I should
away.
just also point this out to you. We have to be very careful with this.
Yes.
It doesn't require attunement. Anybody can use it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not safe.
I would argue that it should go in nobody else's hands but mine. I know how to keep it safe. I would just want you all to trust me. We're on the same side.
We could leave.
I don't want to risk it.
We could leave something here
It is
on the
your
ground and
it is
see
your patron that
what
gave it
happens if we leave it here.
to you. So
Like an item or a
Yeah,
drawing?
and then we could try it in the past too, and then come back and see if it's still here. Like,
it's
what happens?
been 50 years.
yes, I want to see how it affects things.
I'm down to experiment.
She pulls out one of her 5 daggers. I can
Oh,
leave this.
yeah, stab in the ground.
Yeah, or like in a tree and see if it goes up or something. I don't know.
Yeah, in the past though.
Yeah, in the past.
Are we going?
Yes.
Yep.
Puts his hand on it, and you guys just hear this kind of like noise as the world around you can all see each other just fine. It's just the world and the ground and the sky all just begins to warp and transform and go white, and then eventually come into a completely different place. You appear. Very green forest. Trees. It looks like a regular looking forest. It doesn't look dead. It looks very beautiful. Green grass beneath you. A squirrel runs by.
Yeah, this is more right. This is how it goes.
No portal.
Yeah, it's not here yet.
I don't even know how it would get here in the first place.
No one knows really. Why I understand they just appeared.
Devil magic. Your dagger then?
Right. I'm gonna go up to a tree and
Stick it into the tree.
So we going back?
How close are we to Westbury?
A day's travel, right? Wait, no.
No,
So
we're
about
like
where
a week.
are
We're
we
like 2
right
weeks away.
Yeah, Westbridge is 1, 2,
We
3,
are
4,
right
5,
about
6.
We're not even that far. We're like probably right here because we
Yeah.
went. There's like a
I
not
thought
even a
you
mile.
pointed out. I thought you pointed out which village.
I thought we were
in.
this one right
I
here.
thought we were at the
We'll say that one. Sorry, I might have said the other one,
Yeah,
but I'm
I
going to say
think
the other one. Yeah,
Sorry?
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're only like right here in West.
Okay.
There's a long ways to go.
And Westbreach is like not even on the main road. It would take even longer.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted to cut through the mountains, you could, but I mean, that's if you want to do that.
We would need to.
So are we going back? Are we
Yes,
staying
we're going back.
here?
We're going back simply for experimental purposes.
All right.
Sorry.
That's going
Curiosity.
all right. I mean,
Back then.
You guys, it transforms once again. You hear the ticking, and eventually you appear back in the future once again. Everything's dark, very gloomy, dead trees, everything.
I look for the dagger
Yeah.
and
The dagger is not there.
I leave something in the past. I look further up the tree.
Mm-mm.
It didn't grow.
No.
Is there a mark in the tree, maybe?
Make it a roll investigation.
Can I also be looking?
Roll investigation.
Ooh, I'm rolling well tonight. Investigation. 23.
Huh?
23.
19.
All right, Olivier and Vincent begin to look around and kind of piece everything together. Like 3-4 inches upwards. There's the hole. It's about maybe that much of a difference.
That doesn't.
The whole of one.
Tree didn't grow very far. Then you see the hole there. It's there. Then you look around. You kind of look up into the tree, and you and Olivia kind of look, and you both spot it at the same time. It's over in the dirt. And you run over and you grab it, and as you pull it out of the dirt, there's something attached to it. There's like grass over the top of it. As you pull it out, you kind of uproot something in the ground, and there's a skeletal hand.
Just a
That
hand?
it looked to be clutching it. And you've just uprooted this, and it just goes further into the dirt.
Gonna unbury this guy.
Here. He's already buried.
Unburied.
No, unburied.
Oh, unburied. He's like, I'm gonna bury this guy. And it's like,
You're like,
"Ah."
oh, no, never mind.
Unburied.
With what, your hands?
I have a shovel.
And Zephyr brings over a shovel.
You have a shovel?
Are you surprised?
Fucking 20 strength. He can
I've
carry whatever he
carried
wants.
it for
It's actually useful.
I just have a shovel.
And you eventually dig up. There's a skeleton. There is rusty armor on the skeleton. It's armor that you recognize, Zephyr. It is the 6th Battalion from North Castivore that was charged, had the duties of protecting major cities. They didn't necessarily go into the portals, but they just protected them.
Okay.
Just for reference for you, you were the 2nd Battalion, which were the second line of people that went into the portals to try to defeat them. It's just like...
He shouldn't have been
there.
this close to a portal, should he have?
Nope.
Why was he
Had the
here?
dagger in his hand.
Are there any other bodies around that we could try to find?
You begin to look around, and with that same investigation check, you then begin to kind of spot it. Yeah, this is a graveyard. There are dozens of skeletons lying below the dirt here.
This guy definitely shouldn't have been here. He belonged to, from what I remember, a battalion that were stationed in cities, not in the forest, back when the war happened. Yet here he is. Unless he broke rank, he shouldn't be anywhere near a portal.
And they also needed to use my dagger in a tree rather than their own equipment?
There's a battle happened and we could have lost his weapon. I'll start to point out the other bodies.
Yep, you see all the other bodies.
Same thing? Do they belong to... Same thing?
Yeah, 6th Battalion. They have weapons too.
Do we?
They all have swords, and spears and armor.
Do we see them in a sense that they're so prevalent? Like it's like obviously we would have noticed these. The first like.
No, they're underneath the earth.
Okay, so these
they're
could have
hard-
been here before.
They could have been here before. It
Yeah.
wasn't like the dagger spawned them. It was.
Yeah, yeah.
It was no. These were here before. We just didn't notice.
Got it.
You start to think back. You're like, yeah, this ground is different. It's weird. It was a bit crunchy when we came in as well. Like this was here the whole time.
Still doesn't make sense.
No, I'd imagine like a city guard type group would city.
Not city
Unless-
guard. They're
yes.
more militia, but
Yes,
the way that it worked is,
Can you help?
Jacob, can I assume the way that it worked was if you were 1st Battalion, you were 1st line, 2nd was 2nd line, 3rd was 3rd line, 4th was 4th line.
Yeah, there were just different battalions that had different duties. That's how they split up those armies, and they would rank. There were different ranks in the battalions. So there were soldiers, there
Right.
were
But
commanders, there were
what
generals.
I mean is like 1st Battalion was like the first wave of people to go into the portals.
Yeah, and
2nd
they went
was
in.
next up, 3rd was next up, 4th,
Basically.
etc.
It gets muddier as you go down. So like 5th could have been defend a portal. 6th could have been defend a city. 7th could have been defend this portal over here.
But 6 was never go near the
No,
portals.
no. And that's how you recognize it.
Okay.
It does seem very weird.
Even if putting the dagger back there didn't change anything, they still shouldn't be here.
What if we go back and take the dagger again and come back?
We could track it. Don't know what it would change.
I'm pretty sure these bodies were here even before the dagger.
Yeah. That a dagger would change that much to where an entire battalion of people would be here.
Butterfly effect.
Yes.
Right. But if it's still here, like, it stands to reason that someone didn't go take it and murder the captain of a battalion. Like, it's here. The dagger is here. Right? We can still check. I'm not saying don't check.
If I could get some incense, probably maybe figure out what happened here, but I don't have any. Learned a new spell.
We'll have to find some.
What type of spell?
Can ask a question and receive information about an event or an item, anything really. I think.
That's very
Okay.
useful.
We'll have to find that. Yeah, we can take the dagger away and see if the bodies are still here.
Yeah, it's at least be good to check just to see how things change.
Alright, I think we're gonna do that, Jacob.
All right. So you guys are in the future right now. You're going to go back to the past.
Yep.
Yes.
What if we call it Back to the Past? No.
Back to the future.
Fucking John Mulaney. Anyways. You guys appear back in the past. Green forest. Dagger in the tree.
We could also take this time to get you that incense that we need. It might be more hustle bustle. Arygia's alive.
Still 3 days away, 4 days away.
It's up to you guys.
We can go there. I would like to see Arygia.
It was a nice time. Thanks.
Lots of information there, but I am afraid what will happen if we spend too much time in
We see
the
too
past
many
that
people.
we aren't meant to see.
Let's make sure that putting that dagger there didn't cause all those dead bodies before we go buy anything or do anything.
Alright.
Back again.
Sorry, Sherry.
And you guys create a fucking black hole. Just kidding. No.
Do it!
You guys appear back into the future once again.
We get a picture of it then.
Back in the shadowy forest of doom. The portal is still there. The tree no longer has the cut in it. Or no, yes it does. It still has the cut in the tree.
Oh, because
The dagger was in there.
it was
Mhm.
stabbed up and
Bodies are still there?
The body's no longer dug up.
I'll go
I
check
would- yeah.
where the body was. Start digging.
Yeah.
No body. Turn. There's still other ones. You can still look for the others. But the one that was specifically there that grabbed that dagger is not in the place that it was.
So it changed something. The dagger
Mhm.
being there.
So
It could have even changed a single combat where he grabbed for the dagger instead of doing something else and died.
Yes.
I don't. This hurts my brain.
Are they still 6th Battalion?
Yeah. And there's still about a dozen of them that are dead.
So we've got the same mystery then.
Same mystery, just one less dead guy.
I say
Or
we...
that guy in a different place.
There's no dagger to grab for, so he died somewhere else.
Or that.
I say we go back. We go to Arygia. We get you that incense and you talk to him.
Try to, at least.
Just
don't
throw
have-
this out there. The guy said his caravan was 2 days away.
We go to Arygia and
Yeah.
travel 3 days.
So, I mean, we got 2 days to the caravan of supplies. Or what was that? You said 4 days to Arygia.
Well, from where we are right now, it's what? 1, 2, 3. It's about 4 hexes away, so about 4
He
days.
did say that he would
Time
be
is
getting.
like a river.
He did say he would be getting incense in his.
Alright.
So we could
I
just
mean, I'm just throwing that out there.
we could just go get a shipment for him, take a shipment back to him, and then say, hey, this incense is our payment.
He said it was in Westbreach.
No, he said that it
It
ships
comes from West.
It comes from Westbreach, but then they spend time in each village taking it down.
Trickle
So
down
they're
through-
stuck in the next village over,
Okay.
but it's gonna be 2 weeks before they leave the next village over and come to his.
Let's just go then.
So wait, Jacob,
Hmm.
for my knowledge, which village are we in? Because I've heard conflicting. Are we in the far one or
Yes.
the closer
The
one?
far
that's
one.
far from you.
Okay, so we're only a day away then, not 2 days away from the next village.
Yeah.
About a day and a half maybe. So
We'll start heading
we could
out.
Oh,
travel.
are you talking about?
Yeah.
Are you talking about going here?
Wait, where are you?
We're talking about going from here to
No.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, see.
Just
that
so
where
you guys know, that is not what he's talking about. He's talking about this place up here.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that is
okay.
much
You said
further
2
away.
Okay.
days away, but
Yeah.
you have
It's
prisons
about
and
2 days away.
1,
There's
2,
1, 2,
3.
3.
It's like
About
right
3 and a
It's
half.
away.
Sorry, guys.
Same as-
It's
They are
3.
on. They do have carts and horses though, so it might be a little bit faster than us.
Favorite part is that I feel like it's just Olivier standing there with map, and they're like, no,
Everyone's
no,
like-
it's this far.
everyone's
no,
like-
it's this far.
Zephyr's probably like almost like looking over his shoulder, like pointing at
Oh
different
my
places.
gosh, Olivier would just close the map. That would be so
Let's
funny.
get walking.
I know. He probably knows it too.
You guys are currently in the future?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, you're in the future and you're walking up north.
Yeah.
Towards-
Alright.
Well, no, we're walking to the next village, right?
I thought we were walking north to the caravan.
Well, we
right,
should
but
stop
if
at
we
the
take
next
the road,
village.
the next village might have horses and carts that we
Ah,
can take. to
yes,
go.
that's a good idea.
That's also true.
So,
We should try to find a place to sleep in a town at night. Then.
well, and if it all fails, we can just go back in time and sleep there. Go into the forest and sleep away from everyone.
I don't like the idea of using that like that, but
I don't either. But if we fail to find a village
Worst
and
case scenario.
and your mansion fails,
I have another way to keep us safe.
well,
at
the
night.
mansion, right?
I'm agreeing with her. I think worst case scenario back in the
I
past
have,
is an
I have other
option.
spells that can keep us safe at night.
Keep us safe at night.
And we've used it before, but not very many times.
What spell is it?
Private Sanctum. Keep us safe. Yeah, we're walking.
Is that
Alright.
just tiny hut, basically?
Better tiny hut.
Better tiny hut.
It's a better version of Tiny Hut. You guys start making your way north, and
Or
you are
just-
just heading north.
Mordecai's Private Sanctum.
Cool stuff.
Bard gets the worst version of everything. Oh, by the way, Mordecai is kind of a dick.
Yes, we met him
He's
last
a
night.
fucking
in,
asshole.
Curse of Strahd. We didn't kill him though, so
Yeah.
Alright. You guys are currently in.
I mean, spoilers.
Crappy forest?
No, the forest
maybe we
outside of this outside of Careshire is very small. It's a very small forest, not very big. As soon as you leave it, it's just fields. And I'm going to say this is grasslands.
Ooh,
So you're currently in the grasslands.
is that helpful?
Wink his nose.
No, it says grasslands, but him and I actually changed that to city. So I'm
Oh.
good with forests, cities, and deserts.
Yeah. Urban.
What?
Urban areas.
Nothing.
You guys are traveling along the fields. You can just
I'm
kind
an
of
urban
see.
fox.
Even though it's kind of just like dead grass everywhere, and the sky is almost constantly overcast with these clouds, the vast expanse of Arygia before you is relatively beautiful. There's mountains to the west and to the south, and overall you're like, man, this place would have been pretty
Why
a
am
long
I
time ago.
just thinking like we're here right now?
Yeah, it looks like the grapevine. You know,
Yeah.
up at the grapevine,
Yeah.
you see the massive mountains in the distance. It's just yellow.
We
That's
talked
kind of what
about
it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, it doesn't. In the past, it's all green and beautiful, and looks like what's her name? A nun should be running along the hills singing.
Oh, Maria?
Yeah, there you go. Anyways,
Oh,
yeah, nice theater nerd. Anyways,
Should take College of the Opera.
I know. Olivier should have been College of the Opera.
that would have been so. Is that a fighter subclass?
No,
No, it's a bard.
Bard.
It's like an
like
opera
Homer.
singer made that. And
You mean you make a new character like that? You're gonna kill Olivier, and then you're gonna play.
no,
Can you roll
Or-
percentage? Who? What's your marching order?
I'd go first because I have a map.
Okay, well put your minis down.
Unless
Yeah.
Show me your marching orders.
the
Doesn't
ranger.
matter to me.
Just
The
do it with
ranger and the
belt.
fighter.
This is
and
not
you're
his
fine.
terrain, so he'll follow
I
behind
don't
you.
know if you guys can't see it, but
Here, give me.
Atlantica-
I'll show.
yeah, Atlantica now has.
It's
a
not
new-
painted
Why do
out.
you keep moving in front of me?
But
Can you
I'm-
stay in camera?
because Tyler moved underneath me, so as my hand moved over, I'm
I
sorry.
keep moving it up behind you, and you're like, no. And I'm like, okay.
No, the last stop.
Yeah.
The last little bit was because Tyler moved under me, so my hand went like this.
I'm like, fine, jerk. I'm just not gonna be walking next to you.
Focus.
Can you put me behind
Focus, you dang
Zephyr?
thing. Yep. Let me.
Zephyr, where's the curia mini?
I'm trying to get the camera to focus. There we go.
It's
There
the
is the
Phelan
mini. It is
It's right there
unpainted
on
at the
shelf.
moment,
The
but
guy with
It
the
is
two
unpainted.
stripes.
God dang it, you're at 2 FPS again. I don't know what is going on with this camera.
The entire stream is, or just that camera?
No, just that camera. It just doesn't like anything right now.
How many streams do you have going on right now? Not streams. How many games?
How many games do I have?
Cal the God is asking.
Hey, take a mini.
Yeah, take the mini. I don't want
Sunder. Tesseract's kind of on a hiatus, but we're gonna be playing it pretty soon. Stormland / Taldore.
Mm-hmm.
We just finished
Someone put
Carlstones. We're doing
Curia
Jade
behind.
Colossus as a 3-shot on Saver Dice.
I'd be next to Kate.
Avalon, your game.
Did you do Strahd
Tim's
yet?
Mystic game. Strahd. Waterdeep for my patrons. And
Did you do Marshall's game?
yeah, I feel like there's another one. I think that's it. Oh no, City of Mist, kind of. We don't really play it that much anymore though. So we haven't really played it, so I'm not gonna count it. There's also like 10 other games that like started and we never really ended, so I'm not gonna count those. Yeah, 8.
Those are the more or
8
less
games.
active ones that
Mhm.
we're actively.
And I run.
Actively active.
Oh, and our After Dark game, but we might be ending it pretty soon, so 9. So I DM 4 of them, and I'm playing the other ones. So yep.
So you're not 100% of a forever DM.
No, not always. I'm really excited not to be the DM in here. That oh my god, I'm so happy to be playing. It's so great. Anyways,
Flattered. If, by some incredible space-time paradox, Zephyr
You
would
for
ever find
perception.
himself, he'd win.
Oh, that wasn't no.
yeah, roll
I
percentage for me.
mean,
75.
Top camera
75.
froze.
oh yeah, it's going like.
All right, I'm gonna unplug it.
Yes.
Give me 1 moment as I solve some technical difficulties. Make them laugh, guys.
What games am I in?
Not yourself, you idiot.
5 games?
That doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. I'm sorry. Never mind, it's fixed.
No, it's not.
Oh, well,
No,
Cal the God
it's
says it's
really
fixed.
I mean, we are kind of
Here.
It's fixed if we have the song Freeze Flame playing with it.
Wow. Good job.
Freeze
This is just
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint?
We're running this through PowerPoint.
Yeah, we
We're
actually
running
run the stream
PowerPoint.
via Microsoft PowerPoint.
Wow.
In case you guys didn't know. Pretty wild, right?
I'm glad Cal the God.
Zephyr cannot
It
love.
worked.
He can only kill. Or he can only not kill.
Zephyr
Now it's
cannot
not
love,
showing
he can
up.
only not kill.
This is a great stream, guys. We're so good at this.
This is the first time in a while we've had, like, major issues.
Yeah.
Latency. It's like a behavioral term.
Latency? That's an internet term.
Every time you talk about that, it just reminds me of the fact my mom wants you to work for her, and I'm just
I know.
weirded out by it.
What?
My,
Where does your mom work again?
where does she work?
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I'd rather not talk about it
I
right
forgot
now.
about that.
There we go.
Are we going?
Yeah, guys.
Tell him.
Alright, we should be fine now. I changed it.
I know what it means. Someone's defining for me latency equals lag.
Marshall doesn't know these strange, weird technological terms. He's old and doesn't know what technology is.
He still uses a.
Be careful, guys. Don't say yeet. You'll just confuse him, alright?
Don't
Yeast?
dab.
he
No,
still-
Marshall,
he still
yeet.
uses
Are we
like
making
a-
bread?
Oh, he still uses like a pager and a Walkman.
Yeah. He's like, I just
pager, what is
downloaded
this
that new
device you
album on my
speak of?
MP3 player. Haha. I got that new iPod.
That's crazy, man. I got the new rotary phone. It's pretty amazing. The dial turns so smoothly. Oh, jeez. And the cord from the rotary to the actual the phone was amazingly
You forgot
long.
the ultimate
Really
one.
nice.
You forgot,
Yeah.
was
Marshall will actually throw knives at you if you dab in
I
front
will
of him.
vomit if you dab.
So I actually have a story with rotary phone. So like years ago,
Oh, God.
we went to
Dabs
the International Spy Museum in Washington D.C.
alright.
and my sister they had like old like the equipment they had, and one was a rotary phone. My sister walked up to it, stared at it for like a good few minutes, and then just I wasn't there, my dad wasn't there, but my mom was. She's like, how does that even work?
Mhm. Yeah. I mean-
Marshall just dying at the time. He's like,
Because
This
like
generation isn't
How
worth
you
it.
push the buttons?
I grew. I mean, like I'm not saying I'm old. I know I'm not. But like I grew up using rotary phones. Like I remember my nanny. Like I'd be at her house and I'm like make a phone call, and it's an old comedian's joke, but it's so true. You just hate people who have zeros in their number because you're like, dang, this long. I messed up. I gotta click and then start over again, and you gotta roll the stupid thing. And that was back in the day of
To be
memorizing
young.
every number. That was just memorizing numbers back
So
then.
we'll walk into a village.
You walk. You don't walk in the village yet.
We're
There's too
walking
many
to
kids
a
who are
village.
like, I don't know my parents' phone number, and I'm like,
I'm like, that's
Yeah.
insane.
No, your parents' phone number.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I know my parents' phone number.
Like they used to train kids when I was a kid. It was like you can't leave the house unless you know your parents' phone number. Because otherwise, this one like
Yeah.
if you get lost, you need to be able to tell an adult. This is my parents' number. Call them because I'm
No,
lost.
I remember in first grade they made sure you knew your address,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like and all your entire address, zip code and all, both parents' phone numbers.
What was
and
that
then-
again? Don't say it on stream.
Oh yeah, tell everyone.
The best
Much
part
love,
is I
Cal
almost said my old. zip
Not only did you need to know that, you also need to know your credit card number, the
Yeah.
three numbers on
Three
the
little
back,
numbers on the
on the
back.
back, and the expiration date.
Yeah, what's your
Victory
social?
Royal.
Social Security.
Royale.
Let me just.
This is a good, nice 10-minute.
I don't know
Alright.
if I like that Cal of God. Like I don't know if you're equating me to you or equating me to your grandmother. But I mean, whatever. It's all good.
You guys, let's come back into D&D land as the
We're back.
goddamn camera freezes.
Back out.
I'm gonna lose it.
But it was
Could you
it was
switch it with
two
the
parents and
board
then an
camera?
emergency number that you
I
had
already
to know.
unplugged the board
Yeah.
camera.
It's like back then.
Back
Did,
then.
did
Back
anyone
then.
else's school like
Back
train
then,
you
man.
on what to do if your house caught on fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
get
exactly
out.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
But they'd be like, go to your mailbox, and it's like, my
What?
mailbox is next to my house.
What about
I didn't
what
have a
people that
mailbox.
have a
My mailbox was on my
in the
porch,
house?
so it'd be like.
I didn't have a mailbox.
I'm
It was
here.
in the door. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Shove
yeah.
things
Go
in
to
the
your
door.
mailbox.
Go to your mailbox. Die.
And wait. Like it was so funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny for my house because my mailbox is like a little metal slot in my door.
Yeah.
And so whenever you really wanted to like get like inside, you just open it a little bit and scream at whoever you
Dang it.
My grandma, I would go over there a lot, and if she would forget her keys, she'd make us go through the doggy door because it was small enough to fit. She'd like go in, hit the alarm, and then come unlock the door.
You know, I would actually like pause the stream for this, but you guys are telling funny stories, so I'm not gonna do it.
And then one time, our neighbor's goat got out.
I like how
Hold
that's
on,
like a
please, for a
common
second.
phrase almost.
Dude,
The one time my neighbor's goat got out. You know, that's
I was
happened.
walking with my
Oh.
brother today.
So this is something that Jacob talks about all the time. Spencer herself is not like typical country. Her
No,
family
we lived
apparently
in
is
Springville,
like,
and the people
oh,
next to us
okay.
had goats, and one of them got out, and we had a sliding glass door, and it saw its reflection in the glass, and it was not okay that there was a goat in the house, so it was ramming its face into our sliding glass door.
Oh my gosh.
My
that
brother
is
and I
awesome.
were walking today, and we were just
Not okay.
walking outside trying to catch up with my dad, and we just walked by this.
Ooh, stream frozen. I am not in a very flattering.
Sorry.
I'm just like,
and all we hear is bah, and I'm just like, I turned to my brother and he turned to me and he was like, I was like, did you hear that sheep? And he was like, I think I heard a sheep, and I was like, did you hear a bat? And he was like, yeah, I heard a bat. I was like, why is there a sheep in a backyard? It's like right next to a middle school and everything, and we're like, what is going on?
Have you ever heard goats in distress? They don't like
They sound like
bad.
people.
They don't. Yes, they sound like. There's. I work over at Golden West,
"Ah!"
and there's one of the classrooms has a bunch of goats.
They
And one of
really
them
do.
got out, and one of the guys was trying to pick it up and bring it back. It does not like being held, and it's just like.
There's an entire thing
And
on
we were
YouTube.
freaking out because we thought there was something wrong with one of the kids. We thought one of our kids were hurt, and so we all ran out. And we were like, "Oh, it's a goat!" And the guy, and the kid, the high schooler, were trying to pick it up and carry it, but he was getting freaked out because it just kept.
oh,
All three of them
Okay.
throws. Because I unplugged them and
Okay, well, it's
was
just-
there's a compilation on YouTube of them, and it's just a goat, and there's like meh, 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 and then this one in the middle. Ah! It just sounds like a dude. It's so funny. All right, I think I fixed everything now. We should be all good. Let's try to.
Last fun
continue
thing, go
this.
online and look up the goats and dogs with narcolepsy.
It's hilarious.
The dogs get really excited. They run, run.
Oh no!
They pull out things, get the dogs all excited, and they have narcolepsy. And the dogs are like, and they just fall over.
That's so funny.
They don't get hurt. They
That's
just
so funny.
And then the camera zooms in. The dog's just asleep. He's just asleep, and he's perfectly fine. He just falls asleep.
Oh my god, that's so
Or
funny.
they like open the door, and the dog comes inside. He's like, ah, ah.
They get too excited.
And they fall asleep. Oh, it's great.
Alright, Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Yes.
Anyways,
What? That's a thing? I
Yeah.
did not realize that was a thing.
Neelix's new
I
flaw.
don't
He has
play that game. It's
narcolepsy.
for nerds.
my wife.
What?
I mean, that would solve a lot of problems.
Alright. Let's bring it back in. You guys are walking north along the grasslands of Arygia, and as you guys are continuing up north, Olivia, you're kind of leading the way. What's everybody's passive perception?
17?
Is everybody above
12.
10 on passive perception?
Yes.
You wanna know what would be nice when I
above
start
12?
playing New
Yeah,
Testament?
above
I
10.
play my character
above
with a
10,
passive
yeah.
perception of 22.
Okay. You all, there is suddenly, I am so scared right now. I am terrified. I'm sorry. It just scares me. Just scares
Olivia
me.
is also accident prone, so.
I am accident prone.
Okay. Anyways,
That's why I get an accident.
you guys all immediately, people with the higher passive perception kind of pick up on it first, which would be Vincent and
Well,
Area.
I think
depends on
Yeah,
if it's like.
I'm 12.
it's
Mine's
scent.
14. I think mine's
Oh,
the
okay.
Yeah, so
highest.
It's
Carria
scent.
smells it the most.
I would say you smell it pretty well too because you're a bit animalistic. There is a hot wind that kind of just blows in. It's a very warm wind. It's quite cold outside, but suddenly there's this warm wind that hits, and it smells like rot. It smells terrible. It's coming from off the road a bit, kind of in the distance.
Well, that's not
That's
pleasant.
not right.
No.
It's not.
Woman that's not so good off the roads. Probably someone went off the road and died. Does it
See
smell
what
like
it is?
like a Never mind, that's a dumb question.
Smells bad.
At least we could bury or burn the body.
You want to go find out? I could go scout it out.
Let's go. These people deserve a proper funeral.
Didn't they say something? One of them say something about being a bunch of Vulpin living in these forests?
I don't
They
think-
did.
I don't think they'd kill a person.
Didn't sound like they were very well liked for some reason.
But I know why.
Vulpin?
Why Vulpin weren't liked in Arygia.
Make a history check.
No.
Did you lucky it?
I did.
Okay.
I was gonna say, why'd you roll again? You're like, nah, I don't like that one.
Because I got a 1.
I'm a
She can do
princess.
that.
I do what I want.
I got a
That's the
1.
lucky
No, I
feet.
gotcha.
That's an 18.
OBS.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
that's
kill you.
a dirty 20.
All right.
Is OBS
Well, you
weak?
guys are in darkness right now, so.
What is
I
this?
got you.
Oh.
I cast darkness.
We haven't had this problem in a long time. It
I have
sucks.
dark vision. For 60
Sorry, guys.
feet.
But it's darkness. It's magical darkness.
Spell magic, bitch.
When God said, "Let there be light," Viola said, "Say please."
So.
Everyone's kicked a horse in the chin. Its descendants are known today as giraffes.
So,
Alright.
Jacob, what is the ruling for you on quote unquote double dashing?
Double dashing.
Yeah,
You can't double dash.
You can't double dash.
Okay. It's interesting because I looked it up and I think.
That's my favorite
technically
Mario
you
Kart.
can by the
No,
rules.
the book rules state that the dash action doubles your movement speed. So the
So
thing
here's
is,
here's how I see it.
I think there's like one, I forget his name, but the person who like people ask the question.
Chris
Perkins.
Perkins.
Yeah, him. He said that you can't.
That's weird.
He says that it's not technically doubling your movement speed. It is, you are. It's just you're moving the same amount of movement speed as you would regularly. As a movement.
If he tweeted it, find me the tweet and send it to me. If he responded to it anywhere else, I see it as like dashing is your full exertion to go super fast. So
I'm following whatever ruling it is, but I just said I like looked it up like yesterday or something, and just to double check to see what the actual ruling is, and that's what it was.
I think it's
So-
weird if rogues are just faster than people, just like by foot speed. I think that's strange, because then I don't know. It kind of just feels like your movement speed's better. What I kind of picture it as is like, rogues are good at moving while fighting, so they can bonus action dash to kind of move around the battlefield and like grab what they're doing and like and maneuver around rather than being I can go 90 and around. Like that's weird, because moving 90 feet in 6 seconds is kind of difficult.
Okay, so what it's saying is that when you use the action, it uses it to add your movement to your speed.
Okay.
So
let me think about it for now. We're not going to play with it.
No, absolutely.
Another example would be a fighter could action surge and use their action surge to double dash. They could dash and then action surge, dash again.
Okay.
So
it depends on what the situation is.
I don't know.
Anyways,
it's a toss-up.
Yep,
It really is.
It really is.
What are you guys doing?
Either way.
We're walking towards the villages. Oh wait, no, we're gonna check out the.
We're gonna check out the rock.
Who's going?
I'll go.
I am.
I'm
So
stealthing
everybody-
over there,
okay.
though.
Yeah, I'd like
Full
to
stealth.
stealth as well.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna go well.
The stealthy.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Actually, I rolled a 19 and 8.
Yes!
So it's actually really good.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
Stop. No.
Dang, we haven't made a Hamilton reference in
I know.
forever.
Yeah, it's because Hamilton's
my
old
boss
now.
went to see Hamilton. I'm mad.
Hamilton's awesome.
Bring on the dangers, fool.
Man and his money.
Stupid man and his money.
What's his name?
Man.
Mr. McMahon.
Oh, him! I know
Sorry.
him.
Sorry.
What'd you get in your stealth?
1.
Is anybody else stealthy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter
all
now.
I got 4.
17.
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
29.
I rolled an 18 and a 19.
8.
How am I the
We
second
stealthy
most?
boys.
How am I the second
Everybody's
most stealthy?
trying to be quiet.
We just can't shut up.
As you guys are making your way kind of through the grass and stepping forward, making your way closer and closer to whatever this smell is, you come across you can hear like and as you make your way forward, you kind of look over and there's a small this grass is just kind of pushed down about a good 50, 100 feet off the road, and you can see about 5 bodies and what looks like a metal like pole stuck next to them in the ground, and there's this cloth, almost like a banner, just kind of like flapping in a bit of the wind. It looks really old, and standing over them are what look to be 5 gigantic looking boars, and they're just kind of nudging through the bodies, and then Neelix steps forward, and as he does, he kind of gets a better look, and then Vincent bumps into him and steps on his tail, and he goes, and all of the boars, they just all look up.
Lovely day. Are they humanoid or are they like on all 4 like wild animals?
They're wild animals. They're huge though, like massive, like almost as tall as you.
I'm imagining the Kefalonian boars.
Huh?
The Kefalonian.
I'm imagining
So-
Ganondorf.
Am I familiar with Am I familiar with these boars? Have I seen these boars out here before?
Yeah. No. You've
Okay.
never been here before, but these are make a nature check.
By the way, I got a dirty 20 on my history check for him, and you didn't tell me.
For Vulpin.
Vulpin, what did you get? Sorry.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Vulpin are a minority group in Arygia.
Okay.
They live in forests, and they kind of stick to their own in the little villages that they have. From what you remember, you never encountered any, but you knew they existed.
Mm-hmm.
There were some problems that they had with the group, as some of them lived peacefully off in the forests in their own little villages, and then some of them believed that all the humans should die and we should have their villages because we deserve it because we're the superior race. And so sometimes they were bandits, and they would take over certain places, and sometimes the entire stream freezes, and I am super pissed off.
Oh,
I froze again.
That's why last game at night when you
Are we doing it
ran
on
in
Wi-Fi?
and ran out.
No, it's not the internet. It's the cameras. Okay, we're good now.
17.
17. However, they weren't like a big problem. The Arcane government was always able to kind of keep them in check, so they never really posed a big threat. Oh my god.
Stuff
This
in
might have to be one of those episodes where we split it into 2 parts because I might have to reset the computer, but we'll do it on break. You make your way closer. Would you get on the nature check, 17?
17.
Yeah, these are giant boars. These are dangerous animals. These are almost like predators. Like, smaller boars are will run from anybody. Like pigs, not dangerous. Boars, okay, a little bit dangerous. If you attack them, they'll attack you. Giant boars, these guys will mess you up. You're pretty scared.
Okay.
There's like 5 of them, and they're all.
Oh, there's 5 of them. I thought there was like 3 of them.
No,
Like,
there's 5.
Okay,
You now see that there's 5. Dark black brown fur, blood dripping from their mouths, and their tusks are chipped and like battle worn. They look old. They look over.
We should leave.
Yes.
We should leave now.
I start backing
And-
slowly.
As all this is being determined, do I recognize the banner on the flag?
Make a history check.
I would also try and see if I
History
can-
check.
Ooh, it was almost a 2 and then it was a 17. That's a 17.
17.
That's a 14.
14. 17, 14. Olivier, you don't recognize it. Zephyr, you don't recognize it, but you know its origins. This is not Arygian. It is not North Castivore. It's not Castivore. What?
Can I help you?
Can you? Yeah.
Cool.
It's not Castivorian at all?
It's what is it?
History.
22.
You don't know.
I'm going to pull out a flask of oil too.
What?
I'm just pulling out a flask of oil.
Okay, pull a flask of oil. You don't know, Vincent, purely just because you're not familiar with the region, so it's difficult for you to find out. So I know the cameras are frozen. We're going to go on break in just a second.
What was it that...
You know the origin of where it's from. You don't know exactly what it is, but it has a tribal look to the emblem on it. It's got like this weird curve, like a center spoke and other spokes that go out of it as well, and it's red. And you recognize, this is very northern Sunder, Zeracanian from Zarakis.
I want to go there so bad.
Typically, they're like cultist tribes that come from the north that took over an old land they're very primitive, and for whatever reason they're really far this way. You don't know why.
I'm going to say...
It's very far west for them. Too far west.
Okay. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to follow them if they're backing out. I'll keep watching the boards, but I'll back up, stepping away.
Okay. Start stepping away, and as you do, the boars rear up and they look towards all of you, and they begin to run towards all of you
Yeah, that's how
with the
it's
intent to attack. And we're going to go ahead and go on break. While I fix the computer, we're probably going to have to start a new stream because the computer is going to restart. It's going to be really frustrating. So sorry about that, guys. And I'll probably have to edit it into 2 chunks or do a part 1, part 2. I don't know. But we'll see you in about 15 minutes, and we'll have a new stream up when we come back. Or I'll just do it right now. So we'll see you in a second.
I'm waving, but you can't see me.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta do this thing, and then we gotta go here, and then we gotta go to break. All right, there we go. See you in a second.